And we have quite a few to get through, so I will try to go quickly, but hopefully not too quickly. Right now, we're going to start with Deborah Alexander. Deborah's parents are Amanda Reese. After high school, Deborah is going into real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, Deborah Alexander. Next, we have Jared Bay. Jared's parents are Craig and Michelle Bay. After high school, Jared plans to attend University of Kansas majoring in chemistry. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Bay. Next, we have Taylor Campos. Taylor's parents are Todd and Jim Campos. After high school, Taylor plans to go to Wichita State University Tech to be a vet technical or Hutchinson Community College to study police science. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Campos. Next, we have Clay Kelly. Clay's parents are Jason and Jennifer Kelly. After high school, Clay plans to go to Barton County Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, Clay Kelly. Next, we have Elijah Edmondson. Elijah's parents are Terry and Jeremiah Edmondson. After high school, Elijah plans to attend college to become a dermatologist. Ladies and gentlemen, Elijah Edmondson. Next, we have Justice Garcia. Justice's parents are Roxy and Joshua Cox. After high school, Justice plans to go to Missouri with family to work while improving and selling his artwork. Ladies and gentlemen, Justice Garcia. And next we have Hope Geddes. Hope's parents are Erica and Joseph DeFemple. Hope plans to attend Missouri State University for pre-law after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Hope Geddes. Next we have Channing Hudson. Channing's parents are Rainey and Scott Hudson. Channing plans to go into kinesiology at an undetermined school. Ladies and gentlemen, Channing Hudson. And next we have Riley Jabara. Riley's parents are Vanessa and Jules Jabara. After high school, Riley plans to attend KU or Oklahoma State to specialize in ophthalmology. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Jabara. Next we have Kinsley Jackson. Kinsley's parents are Kenneth and Kristen Beatty. After high school, Kinsley plans to go to K-State to major in animal science and industry and become a veterinarian. Ladies and gentlemen, Kinsley Jackson. Next we have Allison Lewis. Allison's parents are Micah and Amy Lewis. After high school, Allison plans to majoring in interior architecture at Harding University. Ladies and gentlemen, Allison Lewis. Next we have Jackie Martin. Jackie's parents are Philip Martin, Lindsay, and Taylor Cliff. After high school, Jackie is attending K-State for their pre-med program to become a doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Martin. Next we have Easton McGee. Easton's parents are Jamie and Jeff McGee. And after high school, Easton plans to attend Friends University for health and science and play in the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Easton McGee. And next, we have Carly McMillan. Parents are Christina and Preston Unruh. And Carly's plans after high school are to attend college. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Carly McMillan. Next, we have Logan Means. Logan's parents are Brian and Crystal Means. After high school, Logan plans on going to K-State to study computer science. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Means. Next, we have Lily Plank. Lily's parents are Leslie and Sam Plank. And after high school, Lily is attending K-State and majoring in architecture. Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Plank. Next we have Taryn Quattlebaum. Taryn's parents are Tanya and Lonnie Quattlebaum. And after high school, Taryn is planning to go to Friends University to study music education. Ladies and gentlemen, Taryn Quattlebaum. Next we have Ben Reeves. Ben's parents are Megan and Kaylee Yurton. And after high school, Ben is planning to attend Wichita State Tech for welding. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Reeves. Next we have Eric Sather. Eric's parents are Ginger and Christopher Sather. And after high school, Eric is going to K-State for nuclear engineering and joining the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Sather. Our last senior band is Alyssa Stevenson. Alyssa's parents are Lauren and Joseph Rad. After high school, Alyssa plans to attend Washburn University to study forensic chemistry. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Stevenson. And let's hear it one more time for our marching band and their parents. And next we have football. Quite a few of them you're seeing keep on coming. This is the football team that is doing very well this whole season. And they'll be back next week for playoffs. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with our senior football, starting with Brody Boatwright. Brody's parents are Thomas and Bobby Joe Boatwright. And after high school, Brody plans on becoming an airplane mechanic for the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Brody Boatwright. Next we have Lucas Brunner. Lucas's parents are Mark and Allison Haywood. And after high school, Lucas is planning on finishing school in Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Brunner. Next, we have Pijon Taco Cat Campos. Pijon's parents are Todd and Jen Campos. And after high school, Pijon plans to major in architectural engineering and attend college at Kansas University or Kansas State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Pijon Taco Cat Campos. Next, we have Brody Cole. Brody's parents are Bonnie and Bart Cole. And after high school, Brody is attending college and study pre-med. Ladies and gentlemen, Brody Cole. Next we have Joe Dykemper. Joe's parents are Joe Dykemper and Angela Henson. After high school, Joe is playing college football and studying exercise science. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Dykemper. And next we have Roger Fish. Roger's parents are Roger and Ashley Fish. And after high school, Roger is going to be a CNC machinist. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Fish. Next we have Cash Heenan. Cash's parents are Amanda and Justin Heenan. And after high school, Cash is getting an online degree for HVAC. Ladies and gentlemen, Cash Heenan. Next, we have Giovanni Hernandez. Giovanni's parents, Jeanette Hernandez. After high school, Giovanni is going to continue his football career in college and study criminology. Ladies and gentlemen, Giovanni Hernandez. Next, we have Gage Koenig. His mother is Lisa Koenig. And after high school, Gage is going to play college football. Ladies and gentlemen, Gage Koenig. Next, we have Braxton Kohler. Braxton's parents are Ashley Stillwell and Dustin Kohler. After high school, Braxton is going to become a personal trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, Braxton Kohler. Next, we have Cameron Locke. Cameron's parents are Jeremy and Mindy Locke and Chelsea and Devin Ramsey. After high school, Cameron is going to study to become an electrician. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Locke. And next we have Irv Manuel Phillips. Irv's parents are Tracy Phillips and Megan Phillips. And after high school, Irv is going to continue his football career and study to be a sports psychologist. Ladies and gentlemen, Irv Manuel Phillips. Next we have Micah Mayer. Micah's parents are Jason and Melissa Mayer. And after high school, Micah is going to play college football and become a personal trainer and a football coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Micah Mayer. And next we have Tristan McQueen. Tristan's parents are Chris and Michelle McQueen. After high school, Tristan is going to Wichita State University Tech, majoring in automotive technology. Ladies and gentlemen, Tristan McQueen. Next we have Nick Miller. Nick's parents are Ashley and J.R. Miller. After high school, Nick is going to attend Pratt Community College for the EPT program and possibly continue his wrestling career at Pratt. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Miller. Next we have Neil Oltmer. Phil's parents are Neil Oltmer Sr. and Nicole Oltmer. After high school, Neil's plans are to join the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Oltmer. Next we have Sean Peck. Sean's parents are Amanda and Ross Peck. And after high school, Sean is attends Hutch Community College for fire science and become a firefighter. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Peck. Next we have Clayton Ramsey. Clayton's parents are Ray and Christy Ramsey. After high school, Clayton will go to Oklahoma State and study business or sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, Clayton Ramsey. And next we have Grayson Reed. Grayson's parents are Matthew and Tabitha Reed. After high school, Grayson is going to attend the University of Texas and major in forensic science. Ladies and gentlemen, Grayson Reed. And next we have Briar Rojas. Briar's parents are Lisa and Jamie Rojas. After high school, Briar plans on playing baseball or football and becoming a pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, Briar Rojas. Next we have Valente Sands. Valente's parents are Maria and Jesus Sands. After high school, Valente is going to learn an automotive trade and open up his own shop. Ladies and gentlemen, Valente Sands. Next we have Jaden Scaglione. Jaden's parents are Matt and David Scaglione. After high school, Jaden plans to attend college. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Scaglione. Next we have Alexander Sakara. His parents are Alicia Sakara and Glenius Batista. Alexander's plans after high school are pursuing a career as an electrician by applying for an electrician apprenticeship program. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Sakara. Next we have Mannix Shook. Maddox parents are Renise and Mark Shook. After high school, Maddox is going to college at Fort Hays or Emporia. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddox Shook. And next we have Jensen Skelton. Jensen's parents are Kim and Harold Skelton. After high school, Jensen is planning on majoring in health science on the pre-physical therapy track. Ladies and gentlemen, Jensen Skelton. And next we have Jonathan Stevens. Jonathan's mother is Lindsay Stevens. And Jonathan's plans after high school is to go to WSU Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Stevens. Next we have Jackson Strasburg. Jackson's parents are Jake and Angela Strasburg. And after high school, Jackson is going to attend Butler Community College and transfer to Wichita State University to major in psychology and minor in business and become a licensed therapist to help troubled youth. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Strasburg.
Most of them look like they're going.
The next we have Jackson Terhune. Jackson's parents are Jeff and Jill Terhune. And after high school, Jackson is going to attend KU for sports media production. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Terhune. Next we have Jimmy Tomlinson. Jimmy's dad is James Tomlinson, and his plans after high school are to attend Hutch to study fire science to become a firefighter. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Tomlinson. Next we have Elliot Walk. Elliot's parents are Jennifer and Michael Walk. And after high school, Elliot plans to play football at French University to become an orthopedic surgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, Elliot Walk. And next we have Carl Trey Wright. Trey's parents are Jamie and Wimberley. And after high school, Trey plans to continue his football career in college to study business and get my real estate license and eventually be a broker. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Wright. And our final senior this season for football is Jordan Zeltner. Jordan's parents are Shane Zeltner and Michelle Russell. After high school, Jordan is planned on studying in some sort of government or law enforcement and to attend college at Butler University to play football. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Zeltner. Let's hear it one more time for our football seniors and their parents.
As we come to you now from Goddard High School at the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank here in the regular season finale right here on ESPN Wichita on 82.3 FM. We've got a showdown between the Goddard Lions and the Salina Central Mustangs. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to them. Together they can find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. This is a big game for multiple reasons. Number one, this is a game in which we'll decide some playoff seeding. Goddard coming in at 5-2, Salina Central at 6-1, while the ABCTL Division II is all but wrapped up with Andover winning last week against Salina Central. Things could have been a little bit more interesting in this game considering the stakes, but Salina Central now comes in at 6-1 off their first loss of the campaign. Goddard in at 5-2, 4-1. These two teams are up near the top of the 5A West standings. They will both be looking for an opportunity to come into postseason play with an excellent seed. If you remember back to last season, Goddard fell on a Friday night to this Salina Central team in dramatic fashion, a game in which set Goddard back in more ways than one. Goddard would then fall in the opening round of postseason, and some might say that loss against Salina Central spiraled this team. But now Goddard sits as the number 4 team in 5A West with Salina Central at number 2 behind Great Bend. Salina Central can clinch the number 2 seed with a win tonight, and Goddard can make things a little bit more interesting if they have a win of their own. We'll see who comes out on top later this evening as we have an early kickoff coming up here in about 9 minutes or so here from Goddard High School. You're listening to Four Seasons RV pregame show. Four Seasons RV, if you're looking for your next adventure, Four Seasons RV has you covered for the best selection for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers. Get your adventure started now at fourseasonsrv.com. Four Seasons RV, when the fun begins. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Shamrock Roofing player to raise the roof for both sides here when we return. It's the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to wichitasports.com.
The lights are on, the pads are strapped up. It's time for high school football. Welcome to the high school game of the week on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM, presented by Commerce Bank.
As we return here in the Four Seasons RV pregame show, it's now time to take a look at our Shamrock Roofing player to raise the roof, brought to you by Shamrock Roofing and Construction. Hit by the recent storm, Shamrock Roofing has local crews ready to help you right here, right now. Nearly 50 years, they have proven that they will be here for you. One call does it all. Visit shamrockroofer.com today. As we take a look now at the Goddard side of things, this is a Lions offense that gets going when Eric Olivas gets going. Their junior tailback, 5'8", 160 pounds, did not exactly fit the mold of what the Goddard offense was for the past 3 seasons. An option downhill running offense, 3 yards in the cloud of dust. That just didn't seem to fit what Eric Olivas did best, and he is thriving in a new offense that is surrounded by his best skill set, which is getting the ball out in space. At just 5'8", 160 pounds, he has already clipped the 1,000-yard mark this season with 1082 on the season, 9 touchdowns. He's also added 255 receiving yards to go along with 4 touchdowns in the passing game. After being an All-ABCTL honorable mention pick a season ago, he has taken his game to another level this season. A big reason why Goddard has continued their stretch of impressive play this season. 5-2, this is a team that is going on their 4th straight winning season. They're 5th in the last 6 years, with the only losing season they've had since the COVID season was an 0-9 season in 2021. Everything gets shifted, and even after a tough start to the season, a 1-2 start with losses to the number 1 team in 6A in Mays and the ABCTL Division II champion in Andover, this is a team now that enters as a potential 2 seed in 5A West. They'll need a lot to go their way to become the 2 seed in 5A West, but nevertheless, it should be very intriguing heading into this final week of play where Goddard will find themselves heading into postseason play, and tailback Eric Olivas is a big reason why. That is why Goddard and Eric Olivas is our player to raise the roof, brought to you by Shamrock Roofing. And on the other side, as we take a look now for the Salina Central side, it's their tailback, Cooper Reeves, who was an all-AVCTL second-teamer last season. Funny enough, the 6', 215-pound tailback was a national champion wrestler in the freestyle. He's been spectacular this season, over 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. He's also called in 20 passes for 162 yards. He has already eclipsed his 1,141 yards last season for Salina Central, a season that saw them go just 4-5. They had some marquee wins, that upset win over Goddard, a 52-24 win in which Reeves went for a season best, 245 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was nails for them in that performance. This is a Salina Central team that got off to their first 6-0 start since their state championship season in 2005, and with a win today, they will match their most wins in a regular season since that 2005 season. A Salina Central program that is led by head coach Mark Sandbo in year number 8 at the helm. 44-30 is his record. He engineered a 7-win turnaround in his first campaign. That was a Salina Central team coming off of back-to-back 0-for campaigns in 2016 and 17. They go 7-3 in 2018. This is an offense that has always been one of the tops in the state, and they will be that good once again in this season, as they're averaging near 40 points per game, and even in a loss last week against Andover, a 48-21 loss. They were impressive, nevertheless, in defeat, running for 197 yards, a team that averages near 300 yards on the ground. While these two teams do run a more modern style of offense, do not get it twisted. They will continue to run the football between the tackles. They will also continue to run the football in general. These are two teams that really like to run the football, and their quarterbacks are also key runners as well. As we take a highlight now at the quarterbacks for tonight's game, we'll start with the Salina Central Mustangs. Griffin Hall at 5'9", 170 pounds, played sparingly last season for this Mustangs team, went for a 293 yards and 4 touchdowns in limited action, 5 total touchdowns for the 5'9" sophomore a season ago. He comes in as a junior as the unquestioned starter for this team, completing 71% of his throws for 1,200 yards, 568 yards on the ground, and 21 total touchdowns for the junior Griffin Hall. And he's got a wide array of pass catchers, a bunch of guys that he can rely on. 4 different receivers with over 200 yards on the season, a running back with over 20 catches on the season. We will tell you all about those playmakers in a little bit. As we take a look now at the Goddard side of things, it's Brock Sullivan, who is one of the most improved quarterbacks here in the 2025 season, more so the fact that he did not get an opportunity to showcase his skill set as a passer. His older brother Blake was a starting quarterback for 2 of the best Goddard offenses and 2 of the best teams in history. A big reason why Tommy Beeson and the offensive coaching staff felt comfortable switching over this offense to a more modern spread style of offense. Now they are quarterbacked by Brock Sullivan, whose numbers are not eye-popping this season. When you look at what he's done in some of the big games, you have to take into account that after that Eisenhower game in which he left with an injury, he was not playing healthy in a loss against Andover, nor against Newton, but he was healthy when they played Andover Central and when they played Salina South and when they played Arc City. And he has been spectacular this season as a junior, 6'1", 215 pounds. They really like what they're seeing from him this season. It is senior day from Goddard High School as the Goddard Lions, the largest senior class since the split between Eisenhower and Goddard, and we had a lengthy senior day celebration, so we are a little bit behind tonight in terms of our kickoff time. We will have a kickoff time of approximately 6:10 p.m. here on a game that was moved up due to weather concerns, but nevertheless, we will get started around 6:10 this evening. As we are going to hit a break, those were our Shamrock Roofing players to raise the roof, brought to you by Shamrock Roofing and Construction. Hit by the recent storm, Shamrock Roofing has local crews ready to help you right here, right now. For nearly 50 years, they have proven that they will be here for you. One call does it all. Visit shamrockroofer.com today. When we come back, we will take a look at the starting lineups for both sides and other games around the state that will matter in postseason seeding. That's all coming up next here in the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more at thecommercebank.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into KansasRV.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out KansasRV.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to WichitaSports.com.
As we return from Goddard High School, it's the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more at commercebank.com. As we take a look now at the starting lineups here as we return to the Four Seasons RV pregame show. Looking for your next adventure? Four Seasons RV has you covered with the best selection for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers. Get your adventure started now at fourseasonsrv.com. Four Seasons RV, where the fun begins. This is a game that has been moved up due to weather. Obviously, we will keep you in the know when it comes to the forecast this evening. But a lot of things to keep an eye on tonight as Goddard is a little bit banged up this evening. As we take a look now at the starting lineups. First for the Goddard Lions, we'll start on their offensive side of the ball. Jordan Zeltner, the left tackle, is an all-ABCTL honorable mention defensive lineman last season. Ethan Strickert, Neil Oltmer, who takes over for 2024 starter Grayson Reed. Braxton Kohler, an all-ABCTL first-team pick a season ago. And then Cash Keenan will start at right tackle with Jackson Strasburg out for the season with an MCL sprain, so they will not have him today, a 5'10", 240-pound senior on the right side of the offensive line. He will not be playing tonight. At quarterback, it's Brock Sullivan, the 6'1", 215-pound junior. Out wide for the Lions, it is Briar Rojas, who we saw really have a standout performance against Eisenhower in our second edition of the high school game of the week this season. As he filled in at quarterback, he is their emergency quarterback when things go awry for Brock Sullivan. If he were to get hurt, he would be Rojas would be the quarterback they would turn to. Usually they would have D'Irvin Phillips, Big Irv Phillips, 6'2", 260 pounds, out with a broken leg this evening. Tough break for the 6'2" senior, hoping to be back against hoping to be back for basketball season after the holiday break. The 6'2", 160-pound senior has 12 catches for 95 yards this season. Filling in for him will be senior wideout Jackson Terhune. The 6'5" senior had 2 catches for 14 yards last week against Ark City. And at the tight end / H-back position, it is Joe Dykemper, who has 15 carries for 88 yards this season, has run for 3 touchdowns. And at tailback, it's Eric Olivas. Defensively for Salina Central, it's Michael Gunderson, Connor Carter, Ryan Callahan, Eric Krebaum, Grayton Gross, Jesus Delgado, Abram Owings, Jeremiah Smith, not that one, there's Jeremiah Smith, Alex Garcia, Corey Saraki, and Trey Wise. As we await the coin toss results, the captains for Goddard, 3 of their injured players, and senior linebacker Kehan Campos. So a nod to the seniors that cannot play tonight, and Campos, who, talking to Coach Beeson, has said he has been one of their first guy in, last guy out kind of guy, one of the guys that they really wanted to have a excellent senior night and wanted to give him a lot of love this evening. And what will not be actually, their final home game of the season. Goddard will host a playoff game in the second round. Still waiting to see who that could be. And tonight's game will do a lot in deciding just that. Goddard comes in off of a win last time out against Ark City, a 44-35 win against a 1-6 Ark City team. Goddard looking like the offense is starting to find a bit of a rhythm with Olivas and Sullivan in the option game, a team that has eclipsed the 30-point mark in each of their last 4 games on this winning streak, with a 36-17 win against Newton, highlighting the start of that winning streak. As we are still awaiting the coin toss for Goddard and Salina Central. Salina Central coming in off their first loss of the campaign against Andover, a 48-21 defeat against the Trojans, as it looks like the coin toss has been completed as we await to see what the Salina Central has won the toss and has deferred. Goddard will receive the opening kickoff. And they will receive it in the north end zone. So it will be Goddard's offense getting the football first. Tommy Beeson, the head coach for the Goddard Lions in his 8th season at the helm, 43-33, took over a program after an 11-1 season in 2017, took them to a state title game in 2018, and has engineered one of the more consistent Wichita programs over the last 5 seasons. Ever since COVID, truly, 6 wins last year, 6 wins the year prior. 2022, 5 wins. 2021, an 0-9 season, but that was the outlier. And in 2020, a loss against Capon in a 7-3 season. That is the last time that Goddard won a postseason game. Yes, they will be looking coming into the postseason to win their first postseason game since 2020. And they believe that this new look offensive attack can do just that for the Goddard Lions. As we are ready for kickoff here at the High School of Goddard here in western Kansas, as we wrap up the Four Seasons RV pregame show. Looking for your next adventure? Four Seasons RV has you covered with the best selection for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers. Get your adventure started now at fourseasonsrv.com. Four Seasons RV, where the fun begins. As we have kickoff coming here momentarily, Chance Lebo joining you here, running the ones and twos this evening as we are live on the YouTube page exclusively this evening. So appreciate you for joining us this evening. It's the high school game of the week, presented by Commerce Bank. As lining up to kick this one away for Salina Central, this is Elijah Duxler, the senior kicker, 5'11", 165 pounds, and back deep for Goddard. It is I believe this is Micah Wallace back deep for Goddard. This is a kick that is arcing towards the end zone, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Waving it away that time was Axel Lemer, the 5'9" sophomore, let it go into the end zone as we are off and running from Goddard High School. The Lion offense led by Brock Sullivan, play caller, head coach Tommy Beeson. On the Salina Central side, they returned 5 starters from a defense last season that saw them have a really impressive finale to the campaign, but it struggled at times this season, especially in their loss last time out against Andover, giving up 48 points to the Trojans. As Sullivan leads the offense out, the Mustang defense led by defensive coordinator Austin Kingsbury. As Goddard comes out in a 2-wide set, 2x2 to each side of the formation. Rojas in the slot to the right side. Sullivan in the gun, joined by Dykemper. As here's the snap, play fake. Sullivan wants to throw, looking for a shot down the field, post route. He's got Olivas on a post, and he cannot hit him at midfield. It will fall incomplete, as that will be an incompletion as the clock holds at 11:54 remaining here in the first quarter, just underway from Goddard High School. Eric Olivas, a little bit of a scat back for the Lion offense, a guy that has run for 1,000 yards this season and is also their second leading receiver at 255 yards on the campaign. Goddard and head coach Tommy Beeson looking to be a little bit more creative in how they get their playmakers the ball without the threat of Irv Phillips. It's Olivas lining up as a tailback now with an H-back, Dykemper in the slot. As they will fake it, they'll keep it with quarterback Sullivan to the 20, and he's going to be speared down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be third down and about 6 coming up for the Goddard offense. Goddard this season averaging 32 points per game. They've eclipsed the 30-point threshold in each of their 4 wins in a row over the last month and change. As we have seen them once this season, our high school game of the week, it was their 36-28 win against Eisenhower. As it's the pistol set, they've got a tight end to the left, Rojas, in the right side. Now they move the tight end left to right. They'll pitch it outside. Here's Olivas arcing towards the sideline. Man brings him down in the backfield, and a tackle in the backfield. It's Jesus Delgado bringing down Olivas for no gain on the play. That will bring up 4th down and 6, and the Goddard offense goes 3 and out, and we will see what the Salina Central offense has in store for us coming up here momentarily. As Salina Central will drop back deep, Abram Owings alongside Eli Kreba. As the punter for Goddard is Dawson McFadden, the 5'8 junior. The snapper is Santana Nahara. As the punt is going to go a spiral, as this one will be fielded by Owings, as he actually is not going to field it. It bounced, and it will roll inside the 35 and be fielded at the 34 of Salina Central. So now we'll see the Mustang offense, an offense that has been electric this season, going over the 40-point mark 4 times this season. But last week, the Andover offense and defense got the best of this team as they struggled in their loss against Andover in their Week 7 loss. As Griffin Hall is the quarterback for this offense, he's joined in the backfield by Cooper Reeves and tight end Noah Peck. 2 by 2 to each side. Peck is the H-back to the left side in the backfield. Play fake. They'll run it with Hall through the middle to the 35 to the 40. And Hall is going to be struck down just shy of first down yardage. He will pick up about 7, maybe 8 on the play. That was a nice carry by Griffin Hall, their second leading rusher this season. 568 yards and 5 touchdowns on the campaign, as he has been a stellar quarterback for them. 5'9", 170 pounds, year 1 as the starter for Central. As he will now hand off. This is Reeves on the RPO. Will put his shoulder down and get to the 45-yard line, and he'll be stopped right there. A pickup of 3 on the play, but nevertheless, first down yardage converted for Cooper Reeves, and here comes the tempo from Salina Central. Play caller for the Salina Central Mustangs is head coach Mike Sambo, an offense that relegates mostly out of the spread, an offense that has a 6'5", 245-pound H-back in Noah Peck. They use a lot in the passing game. A 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, as well as tennis, as the White Hat is going to call a timeout of sorts as something is happening here, as Gannon Cole, I believe, has an equipment malfunction. As nevertheless, Elijah Duxler will check into the game. The punter and kicker for this Central team will check in, as now we see what the offense has in store without their leading receiver, Gannon Cole. 2 backs to the left here of Hall in the gun. They'll run it with Hall. He comes left side, now cuts back to midfield. As he's going to put his head down, he's going to get to the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup that time from Griffin Hall, and the chains are staying where they're at, as that's just a 6-yard pickup for Griffin Hall, and back into the game for Central is Gannon Cole. Cole this season, 18 catches, 321 yards, 18 yards per catch, and 5 touchdowns on the campaign. As another personnel timeout is going to be called, and another Salina Central. No, this is going to be a Goddard defender. And this is going to be because of the pants not eclipsing the knees, I believe is going to be what the official is ruling, as going off to the sideline for Goddard is Cooper Glasscock. As the handoff, no, it's an RPO. They'll throw it down the middle of the field, wide open and incomplete up the seam, trying to hit Keaton Smith on an RPO on a post route, trying to expose the secondary that was without both D'Ervin Phillips as well as Cooper Glasscock, who left with that equipment malfunction. It'll now be 3rd down and 4 after the incompletion with 9:23 remaining here in this first quarter. Scoreless here between Goddard and Salina Central, a battle for silver in the ABCTL Division II and a seeding game in the 5A West standings. Both of these teams obviously chasing Great Bend, a team that is going to be the number 1 seed in this division, unless, of course, they will be the number 1 seed in 5A West. As the handoff going outside, this is Reeves. Gets the perimeter, gets an angle, gets the first down past the 45, and he'll be struck down around the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39-yard line. Called a pickup of 10 on the play, and a first down run of 10 yards is going to be converted. Cooper Reeves, the all-AVCTL tailback, is going to be an all-state pick more than likely this season in 5A. He's got first down yardage to the 39. As Central now goes quickly, another handoff to Reeves off right side of the 35 to the 30. He'll put his shoulder down, and he'll depend on the mark. I believe they will mark him just shy of the 29-yard line, which is where he needed to advance to get to the first down marker. It'll be second down in just inches coming up here, and now tempo continues for Salina Central. Mike Sandbo, the play caller for Salina Central, has been since day one on the job for Salina Central. Trips to the near side with the H-back Peck in the backfield. Split out wide on the far side, it's Bodie Rodriguez. The senior split isolated on the far side. Now the H-back and the tailback flip sides. Tailback to the left, and they will give it to the tailback. This is Reeves through the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down. Needing just a yard there, he's not going to get it. Briar Rojas stepping up from the linebacker position and taking down the tailback for Salina Central. And now here comes the B formation. A lot of linemen on the field now for Salina Central. They bring in the extra right tackle as they bring in another offensive lineman here for Salina Central. It's Connor Carter coming in on the offensive line. 2 offensive linemen in the backfield. Third down and inches from the 30. They'll run it with the quarterback, the Wildcat quarterback here, as the run that time goes for Salina Central. Abram Owings is able to get a couple of yards. They'll advance it 5 yards to the 25. Owings out of the Wildcat formation does his job, and it will be first down and 10 from the 25 for Salina Central. Inside of 8 minutes remaining here in this first quarter, it's first down and 10, Salina Central into Goddard territory at the 25. Ball on the middle of the field for the Salina Central offense. They split out 2 receivers to the near side with Keaton Smith in the slot. Reeves to the left in the backfield. Hall hands it to him. Reeves breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks another in the second level, inside the 15, and Reeves is going to be struck down around the 11-yard line, a 14-yard pickup, and that puts Salina Central in the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories, where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. Trips to the bottom of the formation, ball on the right side hash. Snap to Hall in the gun. He'll keep it up the middle to the 10, to the 5. Hall is going to get to the 3 and mark down just shy of the goal line at the 3-yard line. That was Griffin Hall on the carry. So quick. And now I believe here comes the beef for for Salina Central. A heavier personnel coming into the game. Another tight end into the formation. It's Jesus Delgado coming in alongside Connor Carter in the backfield, as they will run it with Owings off left side, and a tackle is going to be made in the backfield, and they're able to move ahead just a little bit. It'll be a no gain on the play for Abram Owings, as now that brings up a third down and 2. Need to get to the 1-yard line. Ball is at the 3, as we await to see what the Salina Central play call will be right here, as they come out in the same formation. Tailback is Owings alongside Reeves in the backfield. They'll keep it with Owings up the middle into the goal line, and a touchdown run is in. Abram Owings into the end zone, and it's a 6-0 Salina Central lead with 6:17 remaining here in this first quarter. Salina Central strikes first as they are on the board with 6 here with 6:17 remaining. A nice drive that time off the 3 and out from Goddard, and Central has the lead now. On for the extra point, it's Elijah Duxler. As the snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is up. It's a sidewinder, but it goes right through. 7-0. It's Salina Central in front here in first quarter action in the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Salina Central leads it 7-0 here with 6:17 remaining in the first quarter. A short touchdown run from Abram Owings puts Salina Central in front in this one. Chance Lebo here at Goddard High School. It's the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com, as it is an early advantage for Salina Central as they lead this one. An impressive drive there for Central. It was capped off by Abram Owings with a second straight power run as they take the lead here. 6:17 remaining in the first quarter. As on for the kickoff, it's Elijah Duxler. And back deep for Goddard, it is Eric Olivas, the ever-dangerous Eric Olivas. As this is a high kick, and Olivas will field inside of his own 5. He'll get out to the 10 to the 15. Olivas to the outside. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. An impressive special teams tackle made that time by Isaiah Wakes, as it is a Salina Central 7-0 lead after Abram Owings put it through the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown, 7-0 Central. As we'll see the Goddard offense for the second time this evening as they'll start at their own 16-yard line. Their second drive this evening. First drive went 3 and out. Never really competitive on that drive for the Goddard offense. As in the gun now with trips to the far side. Di Kemper in as a H-back as they will have it blown dead. And I believe it's going to be potentially a false start here. As I believe that something's going on the I believe we have some kind of a I think a player for Salina Central had to come on late. I don't know what the whistle was for there, but it's going to be first down and 10 at the 16-yard line as the Goddard offense looks to the sideline and heading into the slot now. That is Nick Miller in the slot as Olivas headlines the right side as Sullivan will roll near side, looking to throw. He's got a smash pattern. He's got Kemper down deep, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete for Nick Miller. Di Kemper was deep and open. Unable to see it that time was Brock Sullivan. It's an incompletion. He's now 0 for 2, and it is going to be second down and 10 coming up for the Goddard offense. Sullivan this season, you wouldn't mistake him for accurate. 48% of his passes this season have been complete. A quarterback that still has some refining to do to his mechanics. His brother was one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Kansas, went to Fort Hays State and had an exceptional career there. But Sullivan, in his first season really throwing the football, has not been as accurate as his older brother. Has now an inside handoff to Olivas. He is going to put his shoulder down through the trenches, and a herd of Mustangs are going to tackle him just shy of the 20. Called about a 4-yard pickup that time. It is now third down and 6. 60 degrees and cloudy this evening. This is football weather if I've ever seen it. Obviously, some potential rain in the forecast, moving this game up to the 6 o'clock window. But this is really beautiful evening tonight in the fall. We've had great weather all year long, but with playoff football right around the corner, this feels about customary. Third down and 6 from the 20, needing to get to the 27. As Sullivan will roll near side. He'll tuck it and run. He will get to the 25, put a shoulder down, and I believe he's going to get first down yardage. Brock Sullivan with a nice carry, and now some jawing after the play between both the tackler that time, which was Abram Owings, and Brock Sullivan, as Sullivan lowered a shoulder on the sideline. He'll pick up 7 on third down and 6 and get the first down. Owings and Sullivan getting a little bit active after the play. Goddard, a team that prides themselves on blue-collar toughness. And, of course, we saw them when they played Eisenhower. They took a lot of stuff personally. This is a team that obviously considers themselves at a high standard, and after the play they like to tell the other team about it. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. It'll be an inside handoff. Olivas tries to cut back. He'll get past the 30, and he'll lunge ahead past the 35-yard line, and they'll give him about 6 on the play as Olivas gets a nice run that time. Averaging on the season around 8 yards a pop. He has been super efficient as their lead tailback this season. Had 99 yards in their loss last season to Salina Central. Sullivan was 4 of 5 with 3 total touchdowns and a pair of back-breaking fumbles for the Goddard Lions. Second down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup. 3-man front for Salina Central. As Sullivan will keep. Zone read. Gets to the outside of the 30. Slow spin inside. He'll be marked down just past the 35. And he's taken down at they'll give him the 36-yard line with forward progress. It'll be third down and 3 for the Goddard offense, an offense that has converted 1 third down on this drive already, went 3 and out on their first drive, and now they have an opportunity here on 3rd and 3 to take advantage. 4.5 to play here in this first quarter. with Goddard trailing Salina Central 7-0. This is one of those plays where you would love to have the 6'2" Irv Phillips, but they obviously do not. Irv out with a broken leg today, and right tackle Jackson Strasburg out with a MCL sprain. It's third down and 3 for Goddard. 2 fullbacks in the game. Olivas the tailback. Man in motion is Nick Miller going right to left. As it's going to be a fumbled snap. Sullivan picks it up in the backfield, and he's going to be swung down and tackled in the backfield. An impressive play up front for Salina Central. Making the play was Caden Snyder, the Kansas football commit, playing both ways this evening. Double duty tonight for Caden Snyder as the Goddard offense fails to convert there after a botched snap, a issue this season. And that's putting it lightly for the Goddard offense. A fumbled exchange between Neil Oltmer and the quarterback Brock Sullivan. They had 3 fumbled snaps in their Week 1 loss to Mays, and that was a game that had a lot of rain that could have been a potential issue, as this is a low punt that'll bounce near midfield, and it'll get into Salina Central territory before bouncing out of bounds at the 45 on the far sideline. So Salina Central will take over at their own 45-yard line, and we'll see what the Mustang offense has in store for this drive here. We appreciate those of you who are watching on the YouTube page. This is obviously not the ideal situation, but obviously we do enjoy bringing you high school football coverage on a night in which we cannot do so on the regular airwaves on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM. KU pregame going on right now. If you're a Jayhawk fan, the Jayhawks in action against Louisville. First down and 10 for the Salina Central offense at their own 45-yard line. As in the gun, they will hand off to Reeves. In the inside, Reeves puts his shoulders down. He's going to get to the midfield marker, and he's going to be brought down after 6 on the play, and he's brought down inside of Goddard territory now at the 49, and now a flag comes in after the fact in the Salina Central backfield, and we'll see if this one's coming back or where they deem this flag. It was a 6-yard pickup by Reeves that time, and we'll await to see what the officials rule here. After the first quarter of play, Derby leads Bishop Carroll High School 7-3 at the end of 1. As the White Hats still has yet to give a call. Andover leads Andover Central 7-0 at the end of 1. As those are the only games going on right now in the area. And that's going to go against Goddard's Trey Wright, the all-league senior defensive lineman, is going to be flagged for an unnecessary roughness call. The leading defensive lineman for Goddard, 12 TFLs, 21 quarterback hurries, 4 sacks this season for the 6', 205-pound senior. He is flagged that time and gives a free 15 to Salina Central. It's first down and 10 now for Central at the 34. As a play fake, Hall wants to throw, shot down the middle of the field. It is hauled in inside the 5. Pass is caught. Keaton Smith brings it in. And we've got a flag at the line of scrimmage, so this one might be coming back. A really impressive throw that time off the right arm of Griffin Hall. We've got a flag down at the line of scrimmage. We will see what this one is as we continue to wait. So on the RPO there from Griffin Hall, they're going to be flagged for an illegal lineman downfield. So they'll move it back about 5 yards, and we will see what Salina Central has in store for first down and 15. First down and 15 coming up, I believe. I believe it's a 5-yard penalty, but I could be wrong. Salina Central coming into this one at 6-1, second in the 5A West standings, trailing Great Bend, who has clinched a number 1 seed in 5A West. Goddard currently in the 5 spot behind Andover, as it's now first down and 15 for Salina Central. Trips to the near side, lone receiver to the far is Gannon Cole. The lone receiver to the far is Bodie Rodriguez. As they check with the sideline, as now they switch the formation. Rodriguez splits out far wide right, and in the backfield now as an H-back is Noah Peck. The back is Reeves to the left. They'll give it to him up the middle. He goes right side to the 35, to the 30, 25. Reeves can't make a man miss. Gets out of a tackle at the 15. Reeves, superhuman, into the end zone. Touchdown, Salina Central. From 39 yards out, Cooper Reeves. Get off me. Superman cape on for the 6 foot, 215-pound senior. He's on the board, and Salina Central makes it a 13-0 lead with 2:41 remaining here in this first quarter. What a run that time from Cooper Reeves as they take a 13-0 lead. as Elijah Duxler comes on for the extra point. High snap, fielded well, and the extra point is going to go through. It is good, as it is now a 14-0 Salina Central lead here in the first quarter with 2:41 remaining. It is 14-0 Salina Central. We'll be right back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
14-0 is the Salina Central lead with 2:41 remaining here in this first quarter. A touchdown from Cooper Reeves put Salina Central in the driver's seat here. Does Goddard have an answer? We will wait and see, as Duxler will approach it very short as he hits it with his putter, as it'll be fielded at the 20-yard line to the 25-30. This is Olivas, and they'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Best starting field position of the day coming up for the Goddard offense, an offense that has just one first down this evening and has struggled on third down. Their last drive cut short because of a fumbled snap. A fumbled snap for the Goddard offense on third down forced them to punt. As now with 2:36 remaining here in this first quarter, they take over, needing to at least get something because it doesn't look like they have much intent to slow down this Salina Central attack. First down and 10 for the Goddard offense. 2 by 2 to each side. Rojas tight in the slot on the right side. Olivas the back to the right of Sullivan. As with 2 seconds on the play clock, Sullivan gets it off just in time. A play fake, now throwing out wide. It's Rojas. Out past the 35 to the 40. 45-50, gets a block downfield to the 45. Lowers the shoulder and is going to be brought down just shy of the 40. Briar Rojas with a big chunk play that time, as Goddard will take their first snap in Salina Central territory. A big pickup on first down there. It's Rojas on the connection. A nice pitch and catch, and then the run after the fact. It's Rojas for the first down inside Salina Central territory. Ball at the 41 for first down and 10 with 2:20 remaining in the first quarter. Three-man front, Salina Central showing blitz off the edge. They'll hand it. Olivas to the right side, makes a man miss. Swim move to the 35, to the 30. Olivas tries to break free. He's inside the 25 and struck down just shy, or just past the 25-yard line. Olivas with a first down run of 17 yards. And it's going to be first down and 10 Goddard, ever quickly approaching the Continental Truck Accessories red zone. As we move now inside of 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 2 by 2 to each side, trips to the left side, ball on the right side hash. Sullivan, the handoff. No, he'll keep it, going right side, trying to make a man miss. Puts his shoulder down, flag comes in. I believe they're going to get a hold on their left guard, Ethan Strickert, as we await to see the official ruling. But a flag, and it looks like it's going to be coming back. Goddard, a team that has been woed by penalties all season long. And we saw it to the most extreme of extents when they faced Eisenhower, a game that, while it did finish at 36-28, was never relatively close in terms of Goddard feeling uncomfortable in that game, as it's going to go against, they have 52, but there's no 52 on the Goddard roster. It'll be first down and 10 now from the Salina Central 34. Minute 45 to play here in this first quarter. Salina Central leading 14-0. As they'll run trips to the trips to the bottom of the formation. Now going right to left is Nick Miller. The tailback in the pistol set is Olivas. They'll set up a screen. Sullivan gets it away to Rojas. Blockers in front. Cuts back to the 30. Rojas to the 25. And he's brought down after about a 9-yard pickup on first and 20. It'll be second down and 11 for the Goddard offense. Trying to set up a slow developing screen that time for Briar Rojas. It'll be second down and 11 coming up for the Goddard offense at the 25 of Salina Central. They trail 14-0, a minute 15 and winding to play here in this first quarter. Second down and 11. Sullivan has been efficient so far in the passing game, especially here on this drive. DeKemper is the back to his right. Miller in the slot. Rojas split to the right side. Quarterback draw. It's Sullivan to the right side. He's going to be brought down, and the tackle made by Jesus Delgado, bringing down the big 6'1", 215-pound quarterback Sullivan. It'll now be third down and 8 after the 3-yard pickup. Dawson McFadden, a solid kicker, but this is probably out of his range here. This would be a 45-yard field goal. Not much wind this evening, and the wind is blowing right to left. As exiting the game is Eric Olivas. He's actually lined up at the 43 in the backfield. As they're going to bring Olivas in formation, they're going to jet it to him. Now they will reverse it as they're going to lay it around. They've got Sullivan, a reverse play, all the way to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Briar Rojas. All the window dressing you could ask for, and Goddard strikes with 9 seconds remaining in the first half. I would say that's about how they drew it up, but I could not tell you how they drew it up. They lined up Olivas at the 43-yard line, and they ran him as if they were going to be playing for the Salina Liberty, as the extra point is good from Dawson McFadden. They lined it up and got him a running start as if he were playing in arena football, and then he goes right to left in jet formation. He tosses to Nick Miller. Nick Miller tosses to Brock Sullivan. And Sullivan tosses to an open Rojas in the end zone. And now Goddard has answered, making it 14-7 with just 9 seconds remaining in this first quarter between Goddard and Salina Central. As we take a look now at some scores from around the area momentarily, as we pull up the Twitter sphere on the laptop. As Bishop Carroll and Derby still in a lock fight at 7-3. As we're about to wrap up first quarter action here, we got just a little bit remaining here in this first quarter, with Goddard trailing Salina Central 14-7 after the 25-yard touchdown pass to Briar Rojas. Tommy Beeson with an impressive play in the sand there. As set to kick this one away is Dawson McFadden, lining up like he's going to pooch this one to the sideline. McFadden approaches the tee box. This one hit with a 7-iron. It is going to the sideline, and it's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. It took a bounce like it was going to head out of bounds, but if you've ever tried to field a football off a bounce, you don't want to do that because you don't know where it's going to bounce. And learning his lesson there was Bodie Rodriguez, as he has to fall on it at the 20-yard line. And that was about as well placed as you could ask for from the kicker, Dawson McFadden, and Salina Central will take over at their own 20. As it'll be 8 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. 14-7 is the advantage for Salina Central, and they have the football. We'll see what kind of offense they have dialed up here for what could be the final play of the first quarter. Split to the bottom of the formation is Gannon Colt. The tailback is Reeves. They will give it to him going right side. Reeves tries to swim move his own offensive lineman, and he's going to be brought down past the 20, just shy of the 25. They'll give him 2 yards on the play, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter as Goddard trails Salina Central 14-7 after 12. When we come back, second quarter action, high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to WichitaSports.com.
As we return from Goddard High School. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com. It is second down and 8 for Salina Central as they control a 14-7 lead as we begin second quarter action. As we will see what the Central Mustangs have in store for second down and 8. 2-by-2 to each side. They'll throw it off play action. It's a throwback screen for Reeves, and he cannot handle it in the backfield. It will fall incomplete, as that will make it third down and 8. Salina Central took an early lead thanks to a first quarter touchdown from Abram Owings and a 39-yard touchdown run from Cooper Reeves to make it 14-0. But then Goddard would get within a touchdown with a touchdown of their own, a 24-yard touchdown to Rojas. As now looking to throw, it's Hall. Pump fakes, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. A sack off the defensive line. Corbin Sullivan into the backfield for the sack, and it's Goddard who makes the stand. A 3-and-out served up for the Goddard defense. As it'll be fourth down now, fourth down and long here in second quarter action, 11.5 and winding. As we will see the punt team on for Salina Central for the first time this evening, as it is going to be punted away by Hall. It's a sidewinder that will bounce to the 37. It's going to take a bad bounce and slow down at the 38. A bad punt that time from Griffin Hall, and that will make it Goddard football with a very, very short field. As we now see the Goddard offense take the field in what should be an inspiring effort here after their first drive, or their last drive, ended in a trick play touchdown. As they take over from the Salina Central 39. As taking the field now is Brock Sullivan, and a offense that has found a bit of a rhythm here running the football with both Sullivan and Rojas, as well as Olivas. Trips to the near side. DeKemper is the back. As they will throw it. It's a screen. It's Terhune to the 40. Spins out of a tackle, and he's going to get just a yard on the play that time. Nice tackle on the near side made that time for Salina Central by Trey Wise, as he's a little bit slow to get up, holding his left leg on a cold evening like tonight, and what's probably the first cold evening of the season for some of these kids is going to result in some potentially bumps and bruises. As they line up in the gun now, they split out 2-by-2 to each side. Terhune to the bottom of the formation. Rojas split to the far side. Olivas the back to the right. And Sullivan will give it to Olivas. Going left to right. Bounces off a tackle, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard of forward progress. But Eric Olivas didn't get much that time, and Abram Owings makes the tackle for Salina Central. Third down and about 8. As with 10 and winding remaining here in the first half, we'll see what Salina Central dials up here defensively. Just 3 down linemen. Now they show inside linebacker blitz. They're showing it. Sullivan in the gun. They want to throw. They'll rush just 3. Throwing middle. It's going to be caught, and it depends on the mark, and they will give Rojas the first down. They needed 8, and they got just 8. Briar Rojas, their best pass catcher, able to haul it in. 6'3", 220 pounds, and he is able to make a play that time. First down and 10 after the 8-yard pickup from Rojas. Ball is at the Central 29-yard line. Miller and Rojas split to the right side. It is Olivas and Terhune to the left. DeKemper is the back with Sullivan to his right. They'll hand off right to left. DeKemper inside, lowers the shoulder. The ball came out, and Olivas is able to pick it up. DeKemper is more of an H-back tight end, more of a blocking back. It's 5'11", 220 pounds. They give him some courtesy carries a time or two during the football game, the course of a game, and that time was not able to get much there. As DeKemper brought down, it'll now be second down and call it 6. Second down and 7, actually, as it'll be 2-by-2 to each side. Terhune and Olivas at the bottom of the formation. Rojas the slot, play fake. Wanting to throw is Sullivan, looking for a shot play, just a 4-man rush. Rolling near side is Sullivan. He's going to be gotten out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and he is very slow to get up. He hit himself hard on the turf that time, as he is slow to get up and shaking his right arm as he was taken down hard on the sideline by Jesus Delgado. They'll give it about a 9-yard pickup or they give him about 8 yards on the play, and it will be enough for a first down. That puts them inside the Continental Truck Accessories red zone, where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. Goddard has been without Sullivan at times this season. They closed out the game against Eisenhower without him. The same can be said for the Andover game. As a flag comes in, I believe they're going to get a delay of game. Sullivan was very slow to get up, and that led them to get the play call in very delayed. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that will actually back them out of the red zone. They'll take over now at the 24-yard line for first down and 15. Inside of 9 minutes remaining here in this second quarter. Goddard trailing Salina Central 14-7. They have first down and 15 now. They'll go trips to the far side of the formation. Rojas split way out wide. Olivas is the tailback. Sullivan wants to throw another screen. It's going to be short and incomplete of Rojas, and another big hit on Sullivan, and he is very slow to get up. The pressure provided that time by Connor Carter off the edge, and Sullivan very slow to get up, and he is, I think he's legitimately hurt. As the backup quarterback is not going to come into the game. They're going to keep Sullivan in. Bentley Bliss is one of their backup receivers, meaning he would go to the receiver position and Rojas would go to quarterback. It's now second down and 15. They still don't have a play call in. Sullivan getting everybody lined up now with 8 on the play clock. Trips to the far side. He'll leave us the back offset to the left. Second down and 15. Snap to Sullivan. Wants to throw, just a 3-man rush. Sullivan sets up the screen. It's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted that time by Ryan Callahan. Read the screen perfectly, trying to find Eric Olivas on the screen. And a incomplete pass, and lucky to be incomplete. Ryan Callahan bats that one down. It's now third down and 15. And we'll see if they have anything dialed up for third down and 15. Sullivan is less than 100% right now. Some of their biggest throws have been either off trick plays or screens, and they see third down and 15 now. Still being patient to get a play in here, as Tommy Beeson is going to probably call a timeout here. As he's saying, he's telling the guys to catch their breath. So we're going to catch our breath with him. Timeout Goddard. When we come back, it'll be third down and 15 with 8:42 remaining here in this first half. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Rivet Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Rivet Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Rivet Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. Third down and 15 for the Goddard Lion offense as they have hit the struggle bus here as their drive at one point reached the 19-yard line. A delay of game penalty, some incompletions, and now set them back to third down and 15 in what could potentially be 4-down territory for the Lions as they trail 14-7 here in the second quarter. High School Game of the Week action presented by Commerce Bank. Third down and 15, Goddard. Trips to the bottom of the formation, ball on the far side, on the near side hash. DeKemper moves left to right as the H-back, as they will fake the screen, looking for Rojas up the field. Sullivan rolls near side, sets it up, throws, end zone shot, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone and incomplete. Sullivan is going to head to the sideline, and I'm curious what the play call is going to be here for Goddard. As Sullivan heads to the sideline, from here, they're at the 24-yard line. This will be about a 41-yard field goal. Sullivan is on the sideline right now, taking his helmet off, and it looks like they're going to come on for an extra point. Sullivan very frustrated as he will head over to the tent. not the injury tent, but the tent where they watch film. They catch up with the offensive coaching staff, as he seems very frustrated with where that drive went. This is a 41-yard field goal from Dawson McFadden. As it's a high snap, McFadden lines it up, and it's from the left hash, and it's no good. Wide left from Dawson McFadden, as a drive that reached the 19-yard line is going to result in 0 points. A drive that started at the Salina Central 39 goes without scoring. As we'll see the Salina Central offense now get started, and they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a net punt that time of about 4 yards. As we'll see Salina Central take over. They'll start at the 20-yard line. As Hall and the offense will take over for Central. The only thing that has stopped them so far is themselves. Penalties have not been kind to either of these sides. A surprise to nobody that a high school team struggles to overcome penalties. First down and 10 from the 20. 2 by 2 to each side. The tight end Peck is to the right. They'll hand off to Reeves. Right side breaks a pair of tackles in the backfield to the 25-30, 35-40. Reeves down the sideline to midfield and shoved out of bounds. Elliott Walk with a touchdown saving tackle right near midfield. And there is a flag at the 30 of Salina Central, so this one might be coming back. Reeves, like a gazelle in the open field. At 6 foot, 215 pounds, he is an elite wrestler, a national champion in the freestyle, as it likely results in a hold. They're going to get Noah Peck, the tight end, on that one, as that will set them back 10 yards. So about a 7-yard penalty with Peck getting the flag about 4 yards down the field. Nevertheless, it sets Salina Central back with 8.5 minutes remaining in this first half. 14-7 is their lead. A lot of games around the state likely to get underway here shortly, as it's first down and 10 from the 20. As they will keep it now. It's actually Hall on the carry, the 25, and actually brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. Elliott Walk coming up and making a play. Andover leads Andover Central 14-0 at the break. That game already at halftime. And I believe Bishop Carroll leads Carroll 10-7. And we have more flags on the field. This one is in the Goddard secondary, so likely after the play. We will await the official ruling from the White Hat. Still waiting for the official ruling, as they're talking, I believe, with Briar Rojas. The flag is at the 35. The tackle was made at the 25. So you do the math there on where this flag could have occurred and what could have happened. As we are still waiting for this meeting to adjourn. Come on now. This is getting ridiculous. And they're still, Mike Sandbo is on the sideline. He's livid.
After the play, unnecessary roughness, personal foul. Hit the defense, number 0. That's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 12 yards, first down. So
Micah Mayer is going to be flagged for a unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. And this is the fact that it took him that long to rule that. I don't understand why Mark Sandbo is upset as he is. It is first down and 10 at the 40. As Hall will now hand off right side for Reeves, trying to break it loose to the 45. Lowers the shoulder to midfield, and yet another flag is going to come in. I don't know what it is about games being called here at Goddard High School for us here at the high school game of the week, but they are just littered with laundry. Another flag down at the 40. This one is holding. It's going to go against right tackle Warwick Van Blaricon. All ABCTL is a sophomore. As a 10-yard penalty will set them back to their 30. 14-7, 8 minutes remaining here in this first half. Defensive coordinator Shaheem Sanders is trying to get a play call in for the Goddard defense. As it's now first down and 20 at the at the Salina Central 30. As Hall is looking to the sideline for some help. Trips to the far side. Lone receiver to the bottom of the formation is Bodie Rodriguez. High snap, handle. Reeves inside. He'll get to the 45. To the 35 and brought down just shy of the 40. As there's going to be about a 9-yard gain. Getting into it a little bit after the plays, Bodie Rodriguez and Cameron Locke. And the official having to separate the two. Second down and 11. 3-by-1. Trips to the bottom of the formation. As they will fake it. Now looking to throw is Hall. 2 men in his face, gets out of both of them. Now Hall creates to the 35, 45, 40 to 50, 45 in a out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Really impressive play that time by the scutterbug that is Griffin Hall. He's going to be brought down, or actually brought out of bounds around the 40-yard line. A broken play from the beginning. Bodie Rodriguez on the bottom of the formation didn't even get out of his break. Had no idea that the ball was even snapped. Was checking with the near side official to try and make sure he was lined up correctly. Now first down and 10 at the 40. Tempo for Central. They hand it off Reeves up the middle. Runs into his right guard and is going to get about 3 on the play. Salina Central running the football fairly well in this ball game as they lead at 14-7 with 6:40 and winding to play in this first half. Second down and 7 after the 3-yard pickup from Reeves. Goddard has done a fantastic job of at least keeping him contained. 4-man front for Goddard. They'll hand off. Reeves going left side, and he's going to be swung down. I believe that is going to be a tackle for Micah Mayer on the far sideline. The player that was just called for the personal foul penalty after the fact is going to get a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Cooper Reeves, and it'll bring up third down and 7. 14-7 is the Salina Central lead. 6 minutes and winding now to play in this first half. They've got Bodie Rodriguez and Keaton Smith split to the right side. To the far side, it's Gannon Cole and tight end Noah Peck. Tailback to the right is Cooper Reeves. Hall in the gun. They'll snap it to him. Wants to throw off play action. It is incomplete. Trying to hit the receiver on the slot. Keaton Smith trying to get up the seam. Didn't turn around in time. Ball hit him right in the chest, but he wasn't expecting it. Dangerous pass that time as now it's 4th down and 7. And this is likely 4-down territory. Ball is at the 37. And on the Goddard side, you have to be careful not to jump. 4th down and 7. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Lone receiver to the top is Gannon Cole. Hard snap, and they look to the sideline. Mark Sandbo calling the plays for Salina Central offensively. Gives them a play call. 4th down and 7. 5:46 to play in this first half. Wanting to throw is Hall. Looking. Pressure arrives. Stepping up. Throwing. Pass is caught on the sideline for a first down at the 28-yard line. Heck of a play that time by Gannon Cole, and a heck of a lot of credit made that time to Griffin Hall, stepping up in the pocket and making a heck of a play. A gain of 9 on 4th down and 7 makes it 1st down and 10 for the Salina Central offense. 1st down and 10 to the 28. 2-by-2 to each side. They've got Rodriguez and Cole to the far side. Keaton Smith and Noah Peck. Peck split way out on the perimeter of this side. As Hall wants to throw. Looking, now rolls left side. Retreats, getting out of a sack. Now rolling near side. Scramble drill. Flag comes in. Throwing sideline, incomplete on the sideline, as this one will likely be a hold. And I believe Warwick Van Blaricorn is going to be called for the hold. As this one likely coming back. Lots of time to throw that time for Griffin Hall. And a little bit too much time, says one official.
Holding. Get the offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty.
And that will be Warwick Van Blaricorn, as he is called for the flag. The holding penalty will set them back. First down. And about 20 coming up here for the Salina Central offense. 5:09 remaining in this first half. Don't forget to join us for the Taco Pronto halftime show, where we'll go over some of the biggest scoring plays of the half, take a look at some scores from around the state, and look at the playoff standings. First down and 20. Looking to throw is Hall. Pump fake. Got a man open down the middle. Lets it rip up the seam. It is incomplete. Off the chest that time of Keaton Smith. It's going to fall incomplete, and Smith is a little bit slow to get up in the end zone. Walk with the coverage in the backfield, or in the back end, as Smith is now going to limp off to the sideline, and Elijah Duxler is going to enter at receiver. 2nd down and 20 after the incompletion of Smith. 5:02 remains in this first half. 14-7 with a 2nd and 20 on the docket for the Mustangs. As they continue to look to the sideline, they got to get this one off soon. 8 now on the play clock as they finally get it in. Got to still line up correctly. 2nd down and 20. Trips to the near side as they will throw it out of the backfield. This is Reeves trying to get out of a tackle from Rojas, and he cannot. Rojas brings him down in the backfield. Called a loss of 2 on the play, and a pretty lackluster block that time as Reeves a little bit slow to get up, holding his chest as he is going to be able to get up under his own power, and he'll stay in the game. 3rd down and 22. They need to get to the 18-yard line. They'll line up at the 40. Ball on the near side hash. 4.5 minutes to play in this first half. Reeves and Hall look to the sideline. Peck, Rodriguez, and Cole all lined up to the far side. Duxler, the lone receiver, to the bottom of the formation. Inside of 8 seconds now on the play clock. Still no play call in from Salina Central, and they're going to use a timeout. 4:16 remains in this first half. Salina Central leads at 14-7. When we come back, they'll face a 3rd down and 22. That's all coming up next here in the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
3rd down and 22 coming up for the Salina Central offense. Trips to the far side, ball on the near side hash. Duxler split to the bottom of the formation. Looking to throw trip side into traffic. Pass is caught. Bodie Rodriguez inside the 30 and brought down shy of the 25. And a flag coming in late. A late hit is going to be called, and that is going to result in a 1st down for Salina Central. A tackle made that time. I believe it was Aiden Beach that's going to be called for the tackle. They were well short of the 1st down. They needed to get all the way to the 18-yard line, tackled just shy of the 25. It would have been 4th down and 8 coming up, but we'll wait to see what the penalty is and see if they wave it off or if they continue to put this Goddard team in a deficit here. This will be a back-breaking play for Goddard. As the officials are convening, 4 of the officials are needed to make this call, even though I'm sure just one of them probably saw what the flag is going to be regarding to. As we await the call from the official. The white hat finally gets the ruling. The powwow is broken up. And we'll see what the official ruling is. You want to check? As we're still waiting. This is getting ridiculous.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Wow. Going to move the ball half the distance, and that makes it all the more back-breaking for Goddard and results in an automatic 1st down. You can hear the boo birds out here in Goddard, and I don't want to say they have every right to be upset, but that was not a favorable call, as that now puts Salina Central in the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories, where tough meets unstoppable. The handoff to Reeves goes inside. He'll get to the 10 as that play started at the 13. They'll give him forward progress, a gain of about 4 to the 9-yard line. Reeves on the carry as they're now in the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. 14-7, the Salina Central lead. Another handoff for Reeves. Left side has a hole. He'll get to the 10, now the 5, and he's going to be struck down after first down yardage was picked up. Reeves will make it first down and goal inside the 5. They'll mark him down at the 3. Nice run by Reeves. He's looking for his second touchdown of the game. It's now first down and goal. Salina Central continues to put the regular personnel in the ball game. Hall is the quarterback. Reeves to his left, and they'll keep it. Hall, left side, cuts back, lowers the shoulder. They'll mark him down just shy of the goal line. They'll put him at the 1. As now the heavy personnel comes in for Salina Central. The beef is in. They bring in the an extra tackle. It is Connor Carter, as well as one of their linebackers, as Abram Owings comes into the game. They'll run it with him up the middle. He's stonewalled in the backfield, and an excellent play made by the defensive tackle, Colton Hofer. The sophomore stonewalled him in the backfield, and the heavy personnel does not get enough movement up front. It'll now be third down and goal from about the 2. 2:42 remains in winding. Salina Central gets the ball out of half. If they could punch it in here, that would be a big-time detriment to Goddard's chances in this football game, as they get the personnel they want in the ball game. 12 on the play clock. 2x2 to each side. Peck, the tight end, on the left side. The back to the left, and a flag is going to come in. They're going to call a false start on the tailback, Reeves. Reeves got a little bit of a head start that time.
Dead ball, false start, offense, replay, 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
And a potential upset brewing just south of us. Bishop Carroll leads Derby 17-7 at half. That is an intriguing score that we will surely keep an eye on. Third down and goal from the 7. 3 to the right, as Hall looks to the sideline for a little bit of help. Sandbo with the play call. Rodriguez, Duxler, and Peck to the right in formation. Now Reeves moves to the right, Peck to the left. Down inside of 5 on the play clock. The snap, the fake. Wanting to throw his Hall. Pressure coming to the near side. And he's going to get the ball away. Pass is going to be incomplete. The near side official said it was incomplete. They're going to say it bounced. Rojas brought down Hall in the backfield, or didn't bring him down, but got a good hit on him, as it's going to fall incomplete. And there's to be some debate about whether that ball was down or not. It'll be fourth down and goal from the 7 coming up for Salina Central with 1:51 remaining in this first half. And it looks like the special teams unit is coming on for a chance at a 24-yard field goal. Ball is at the 7 on the far side, left side hash. As Salina Central just trying to get the right personnel on the field. 5 seconds on the play clock. And down to 2, down to 1. As the snap is off, the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the right. No good from Duxler, as Goddard gets a potentially momentum-shifting stand with 1:47 remaining in this first half. An impressive defensive stand there for Goddard. They were backed up at their own 2-yard line, facing an offense that is fairly efficient from inside of 5. When you go to your big personnel, your jumbo package, it really points in the direction of Salina Central. But now Goddard will take over at their own 20. They gain 12 yards of field position just by the fact that Salina Central kicked and missed. That gives both sides a missed kick in this ball game. Salina Central's from 24, Goddard's from 31. As now we'll see if the Goddard offense has anything in store here. As the play clock continues to wind, they got 10 seconds on the play clock before they even get off the sideline. Goddard has to get a playoff here. 5, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Sullivan gets the snap, will hand, near side, will leave it. Get it out of a tackle in the backfield, but is met by a couple more. Brought down by the tackling linebacker. That was Abram Owings coming up from the linebacker spot, making the play. It'll now be second down and 13 after the loss of 3 with 1.5 minutes to play in this first half. Goddard has to go quickly now. Olivas the tailback. DeKemper alongside Terhune and Rojas. Olivas split to the right. The tailback or the H-back is DeKemper to the left. Sullivan wants to throw. It'll be a halfback draw that is swallowed up and brought down. Ryan Callahan, who almost had an interception on their last drive, is going to be able to make a stand in the backfield. And now, sensing a potential momentum-shifting play, Salina Central is going to take a timeout, and we will take one with them. Back in 30. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to wichitasports.com.
Third down and 17 coming up for the offense for Goddard after the timeout from Salina Central. They'll run it. Olivas through the middle of the defense, gets to the 20, looking for the 25, shakes the defender, is going to get the first down. It's an 18-yard pickup for Eric Olivas on 3rd and 17. The sticks move inside of a minute now remaining. Goddard has 2 timeouts in their back pocket, and they will use it here. Goddard with a timeout as they trail 14-7. Salina Central gets the football after the break. But a big-time run from Eric Olivas that time, had a lot of space, and now it's a timeout for Goddard as we take this opportunity to update you on some scores from around the area. Upset watch at Panther Stadium. Carroll leads Derby 17-7 at half. The Panthers of Derby never losing to Bishop Carroll, as the Derby Panthers trailing Bishop Carroll 17-7 at the break. Other scores from around the area. Looks like Andover Central trails Andover 14-0 at the break. And with the early start time this evening, not a whole lot of schools outside the Wichita area have gotten this early start, so we are a little bit ahead of the curve this evening, so not as many scores to give you. Some scores and games that we will have of note. Great Bend facing Garden City this evening. Liberal faces Hayes. That one is a big-time matchup for the Indians of Hayes. Andover and Andover Central, Hayes and Liberal, Hutch and May South. Lots of big games in 5A West this evening. First down and 10 for Goddard at the 32-yard line. 2x2 to each side. Nick Miller goes right to left in formation. They will hand it. Olivas inside is going to continue to turn his legs, and he's going to be brought down by Connor Carter. And now Goddard is going to have to get some tempo. They only have 1 timeout remaining. They're inside of 45 seconds and winding now to play in this first half. Getting the play call in quickly on the sideline. A little bit of 2-minute drill now for Goddard. They got to get a play in here fast. They've already lost 15 seconds of play clock here now. As they empty the formation, 2 to the bottom of the formation, trips to the far side. Now a man in motion. Miller from right to left. In the gun, it's Sullivan. Wants to throw. 4-man rush for Central. Lines it up. Wheel route. Miller incomplete off his hands on the sideline. Near midfield, he would have had a big completion and likely gotten out of bounds. That would have stopped the clock. Instead, the clock stops for 3rd down and 9 with 20 seconds to play in this first half. This might be a see how far Brock Sullivan can throw it here. As we have 3rd down and 9 for Goddard. 20 seconds to play here in this first half. Don't forget to join us for the Taco Pronto halftime show as we break down some scores and big games from around the area and much more. 3rd down and 9, 2x2 to each side. DeKemper is the back to the right. They will hand it. DeKemper through the middle. He's going to lower his shoulder, get to the 40, and be stopped right there with 13 seconds remaining. Now Salina Central will take a timeout. A timeout comes in from Salina Central with 13 seconds remaining. They'll face 4th down and 3 when we come back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. Goddard lining up the punt here after the timeout from Salina Central. 13 seconds remain here in this first half, as lining up for the punt is Dawson McFadden. Good snap. McFadden gets a high punt away and letting it bounce at the 30, and now inside the 30 to the 29. This one is down with 4.7 seconds remaining. As we are just 4.7 seconds away from the Taco Pronto halftime show, I want to remind you that if you are desiring a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto, family owned and operated for 55 years. Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients and prices you just can't beat. Located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at tacoprontowichita.com. And now Goddard will take a timeout, setting up their prevent defense here, as we will take a timeout with them. When we return, the final 4.7 seconds of this first half between Goddard and Salina Central in the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
As we take a look at some scores from around the area, Andover Central get the touchdown to start the second half, as a fumble by Andover leads to an Andover Central short field and a touchdown tied to Garmo with the return on the play, and a touchdown for Jackson Green, as we now have first down and 10 for Salina Central from their own 29-yard line. Goddard setting up in their prevent defense, as they will just no, it's a fumble on the play. Actually, it's Reeves getting it out to the outside. They fake the fumble, as Reeves is going to get inside of Goddard territory but be brought down just past the 40-yard line. A really heads-up play that time by the quarterback, Hall, as he faked there's a flag on the field before. There's a flag on the field, so Salina Central, who is running the locker room right now, if this is a flag on Goddard, it will be a lot more yards for Salina Central. We'll see what the ruling is here. This is getting ridiculous with the flags coming in late, the flags coming in and being discussed very late. It should not take that much time to discuss a penalty, especially here in the Wichita area.
Get the offense. Halftime.
As that will send us to halftime, as Goddard trails Salina Central 14-7. As we will take a break. When we come back, it'll be the Taco Pronto halftime show here in the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at tacoprontowichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to wichitasports.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Taco Pronto Halftime Show. We'll recap the first half, check the stats, and much more. This is the High School Game of the Week on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM, presented by Commerce Bank.
Welcome back to Goddard High School. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com. As it's now time for the Taco Pronto Halftime Show. If you are craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients and prices you can't beat. Located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at tacoProntoWichita.com. Goddard trailing Salina Central at the end of the first half, the same score we had at the end of the first quarter. Goddard starting out with a 3-and-out on their first drive. It was answered upon by Salina Central as they walked them down the field, getting a 3-yard touchdown from Wildcat quarterback Abram Owings from 3 yards out. A 7-0 lead would ensue. Then after another Goddard punt, they would take over in short territory, and Cooper Reeves would make them pay. A 39-yard touchdown from the national champion freestyle wrestler. He made it hurt as it was 14-0 in favor of Salina Central. But it was all trickery after that from Goddard. Their next drive, they put the blitz on as a very fun play design resulted in a touchdown. Rojas from Sullivan from 24 yards out made it 14-7. Goddard chipping into that deficit. And the second quarter, you could confuse it with Big Ten football. Both teams trading punts, ugly blows, missed field goals. Not a whole lot to call home about in that second quarter as it remained 14-7 in favor of the Salina Central Mustangs. Usually we'd have stats, but given the fact that this is a YouTube-only broadcast, an early kickoff tonight, I let my 2 statisticians and analysts have the night off. They will be taking off this evening. They'll be back next week, but they will be back at some point next week for playoff coverage. Yes, we have playoff coverage. It's crazy to think that this is right around the corner. If not for the weather today, I would have told you that this is not going to be any playoff football. But yes, Halloween night, we will have playoff coverage for you. So be sure to tune in on Friday next week for playoff coverage. First round playoff coverage, I might add. We still do not know the matchups. We will learn tomorrow, and we will get a notification out to you if you are curious for where we will be covering games. But we are continuing to look for great games to cover. We've got a great one so far this evening and more great games going on around the Wichita area. We'll keep you updated on scores from that when we return here on the Taco Pronto Halftime Show in the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into KansasRV.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out KansasRV.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to WichitaSports.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. 14-7, our score, as it is Salina Central in front, handling the pressure so far tonight from Goddard. A touchdown from Abram Owings, a touchdown from Cooper Reeves, has them holding Goddard at bay. The Central Mustangs will get the football after the end of halftime. As we take a look at now some scores from around the area, Hutch leads Maize South 7-0. That was a Maize South team that scored 21 points in the first quarter last week against Derby. The trends have gone a little bit awry for both of those sides as Hutch leads that one 7-0 at the end of Q1. 7-7 between Cheney and Pratt after the first quarter of action. Wichita South leads Wichita West 8-0. Eudora leads Paola 14-0. Clay Center leads Marysville 13-0. McPherson and Bueller, one of the runner-ups for our high school game of the week this week. That one tied at 7 apiece there. It is 14 apiece between Andover and Andover Central. Those two teams have traded 14-0 runs as that one is into the third quarter between those two rivals. A 53-yard touchdown a 53-yard pass from Max Olson to Jet Thompson from 53 yards. Put them at the 1-yard line for a Max Olson touchdown run as Andover Central, making that one interesting between those two rivals out east. As we take a look now at some scores or some games that could be of note when it comes to the standings in 5A West. Great Bend has already clinched the number 1 seed in 5A West. They take on Garden City this evening. Salina Central in this one, they are tied for second in the 5A West standings, but with the point differential head-to-head, they lead Liberal. They face, of course, Goddard this evening. Liberal takes on Hayes. That one will be a doozy this evening between the number 3 team and the number 7 team, but truly, that might even be a better team than number 7 because Hayes has been fantastic this season, one of the most challenged teams in the state, and I mean that as a compliment. They have played a gauntlet of a schedule highlighted by a Week 1 win over Derby, a Week 2 win over Owasso, the number 1 team in the state of Oklahoma. They have fallen twice this season, once to Great Bend and once to, I believe, Manhattan. So, of course, we will have to keep an eye on what they get up to this evening against Liberal. Hutch, of course, 5-2. They are 6th in 5A West. Andover at 5-2, taking on Andover Central. Bishop Carroll looks like they might be making some noise. Have not received any more score updates. Last I checked, they led 17-7 at the half against Derby. A fascinating score at the end of the half between Derby and Bishop Carroll, as that could really send Derby scramming, as that would be a massive win for Bishop Carroll and first-year head coach Chris Jacks, and obviously for Derby could set them back as they look to increase their postseason seeding before postseason play begins. A notable score here in USD 265, Eisenhower trailing Northwest 21-0 at the end of one. Northwest, one of the top contenders in 6A, a team that I would not want to be on the other side of. They look like they are peaking at the right time. They, of course, took down Manhattan 2 weeks ago and look like they are dominating Eisenhower so far this evening. Other scores from around the area, Wamego leads Abilene 6-0. Hanover and Lynn tied at 0 after 1. Rossville leads Waubonsee 21-0. Dodge City leads Wichita East 7-0. Hayes leads Liberal 21-0 at the end of 1. And Piper leads T-West 7-0 after 1. Other scores from around the area. It doesn't look like any more have been updated, but those are your scores from around the area. If the playoffs ended today, which is a question that many people love to anticipate, Salina Central will be taking on Topeka West, or it will be a rematch of the, I believe it's called the Mayor's Cup between Salina Central and Salina South, a game in which Central won 31-21 earlier this season. As for the rivalry between Goddard and Salina Central, this is a fairly even matchup between these two teams in their 11 meetings all time. Goddard leading this series 6-5. They have lost it is Salina Central who leads the series 6-5. The longest streak in terms of winning in this series is just a 2-game winning streak. That comes for both sides, as both of them have won just 2 straight in terms of the longest winning streak. These two teams first met in 2005, a 63-20 Salina Central win, as these two teams have long been foes in the ABCTL Division II, long been foes in the 5A race, as they are facing off this evening for bragging rights, number 1. Number 2, looking for a second-place finish in ABCTL Division II, and most importantly, a leg up when it comes to postseason seeding. Be sure to stay tuned in and locked on to ESPN Wichita social media, as we will continue to give you updates on where we will be for the first round of postseason play next week here in the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. All right, when we come back, we will break down the second half and give you the final updates from scores from around the area before the second half begins. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into KansasRV.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out KansasRV.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to WichitaSports.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. As we return to Goddard High School, that will do it for the Taco Pronto halftime show. Or if you are craving a taco with just a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years. Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients and prices you can't beat. Located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com. As we get ready for second half action between these two AVCTL Division II foes, it is Goddard trailing Salina Central 14-7, and taking a look now at what's going on south of us. Derby trailing Bishop Carroll 24-7. 24-7, the Bishop Carroll lead. A 40-yard run on a touchdown from Cooper Herman that gives Carroll a 24-7 lead over Derby. That one would be one of the bigger upsets of the season. As we take a look also now at what's going on out east, Cooper Mason picks off a Andover pass as Andover Central have the ball back as they're tied at 14 apiece at the end of Q3. 14-7 our score. Salina Central in front in this one. They get the ball here to start the second half. They scored all of their points in the first quarter. Their first 2 drives resulting in points and have been scoreless since. Penalties, poor mistakes being made by Salina Central, most notably the missed kick deep in the red zone, a goal line stand, a false start on the running back. It set them back and forced them into a field goal in which they missed. But now they'll get the ball back and set to kick this one away. Dawson McFadden will send this one deep towards the sideline. It'll be returned by Keaton Smith. He takes it from his own 5 to the 15 to the 20, 25-30, 35-40. Smith to midfield. Smith to the 45, and McFadden with a touchdown-saving tackle. He had a convoy in front, and McFadden makes a touchdown-saving tackle and a potential momentum-swinging play as Salina Central will now have the ball deep in Goddard territory. They will take over, I believe, at the 42-yard line. A big play by Keaton Smith, and that's where the Salina Central offense will get their drive started. It'll be first down and 10 for Salina Central at the Goddard 42-yard line. As things are really starting to cool down here, it is now inside of 60 degrees, and the breeze feels fantastic. It feels like a fall Friday evening here in the state of Kansas. Trips to the far side with an H-back as they will keep with the quarterback. This is Hall. Sifts through the defense as he's going to be brought down at the 40, and a flag comes in as Aiden Beach, I believe, is going to be called for at least hitting the face mask, if not getting the face mask, of the quarterback, Griffin Hall. It'll be a penalty of likely 15 yards. Unless it goes against the offense of Salina Central. And it looks like it'll be on Goddard.
Face mask. Inadvertent 5-yard penalty.
They're going to call it inadvertent, so it'll be 5 yards from the end of the run. So it'll be about first down and 3. That'll be the first I'm hearing of a first down and 3, and I'm sure those of you listening at home will also echo that sentiment. I've never seen a first down and 3, but it's up now. Trips to the far side. They will hand it inside. This is Reeves. Breaks a tackle from a linebacker. Gets past the 30, and it's going to be brought down just shy of the 25. Briar Rojas with the tackle for Goddard, making the play that time as the Salina Central offense is starting to cook here in this second half. The passing game has been ineffective for the most part as they have hit some chunk plays, but it's been the running game with Reeves that has really gotten going. It was really good for them last season, their upset win over Goddard. 245 on the ground from Reeves last season. Not as much tonight as they give it to him here. He goes left side, the 25-20, shoulder down, and he's going to have first down yardage. And the ball came out, I believe, there at the end. No, it looks like they're just going to give him forward progress as they'll move him to the 16-yard line, and that will put them inside the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories, where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. As Reeves gets another handoff going left side, they got an advantage they like. Makes a man miss at the 10 to the 5. He is going to be in for a touchdown. Cooper Reeves goes quickly. A drive of a minute 4 in the third quarter. 10:56 remaining here in the third quarter as Cooper Reeves punches it in from 15 yards out. His second touchdown of the day as Salina Central now leads 20-7 as Duxler is now on for the extra point. We will see what he has in store for us here. He's missed one kick, and it was from around this range earlier. As the snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is up, and that one is no good. The extra point missed, doinks off of the right crossbar. Not much wind, or actually there is quite a bit of wind this evening, and it blew it into the crossbar. As lucky to keep it there is Goddard, as it is now 20-7 with Salina Central now leading in a big advantage in this game. We'll be right back in 30. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Goddard High School. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com as we take a look at some scores from around the area. It is still a 24-7 lead for Bishop Carroll over Derby. Braden Pappas with a 75-yard touchdown run for Eisenhower. They now trail Northwest 28-7 there. As the kick is fielded around the 10-yard line, this is Olivas to the 25, and he's going to be wrapped up, taken down by a herd of Mustangs around the 28-yard line. 24-7, Bishop Carroll leads Derby with 7.5 to play in that third quarter. Other scores from around the area: Great Bend leads Garden City 20-0 after the end of the first quarter. Unfortunately, Rock Creek leads Chapman 21-0 at the end of the first quarter there. Andover Central tied with Andover at 14 apiece. First down and 10 for Goddard as they trail 20-7 here against Salina Central. 10:51 to play here in this third quarter. 2-by-2 to each side as they've got Miller in as an H-back. They hand it off. This is Olivas. Makes a couple linebackers miss, and he's going to get to the 31-yard line, and he's going to be taken down there. It'll be about a 3-yard pickup as that'll make it second down and 7. 10.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. It's been Salina Central pretty much keeping Goddard at arm's length in this one. Both teams having some woes as they have both missed a field goal, but Salina Central capitalizing as they just capped off a short 4-minute drive with a Cooper Reeves touchdown. 2 tight ends in the formation, Miller and DeKemper, as Sullivan will keep it. He'll go right side. Got a lane to the right side. He will be thrown out of bounds to the sideline, and a first down run to the 40-yard line for the big man, Brock Sullivan. He will be taken down to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 now for the Goddard offense. They'll have it now at the 40. A pickup that time of 8 yards on the play, and the Lion offense is now moving. They found a bit of a rhythm on their last drive in the running game. And in their touchdown drive, they really utilized the running game to their advantage before capping it off with a trick play touchdown. First down and 10 from the 40. Trips to the far side of the field. They'll now hand it off, coming near side. Olivas cuts it back on the counter tray. He'll get to the 44-yard line, and he'll be brought down at the 45. They'll give him forward progress of 5 yards on the play. Olivas, while he is just 160 pounds in the backfield, he is a bowling ball to bring down, lowers the shoulder, uses his gravity and his ability to stay low to the ground to his advantage. Him and Braden Pappas, 2 of the best running backs in the entire Wichita area, and they both attend USD 265. Second down and 5. Sullivan wants to throw. Got a screen looking Nick Miller's way, and Miller is going to be swung down and tackled by near the horse collar. Not actually a horse collar tackle. Play made that time from the safety position. Corey Saraki, the 6-foot, 175-pound senior, makes the play in the backfield. A loss of 1 on the play, as it'll now be third down and 6. Needing to get to midfield now is this Goddard offense. Inside of 9 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Third down and 6 for the Goddard offense. 2 by 2 to each side. Miller and Terhune split to the far side. Rojas tight, as well as DeKemper to the bottom of the formation. Play fake, wanting to throw. Looking outside the numbers, it's hauled in. Briar Rojas gets to the 49-yard line. A first down by a hair for Briar Rojas. A 7-yard pickup on 3rd and 6, and it's first down now for Goddard. Rojas hauls it in, and the chains keep moving for a Goddard offense that is starting to find a rhythm. Rojas does a lot of the heavy lifting in the passing game, as he now has first down and 10 past midfield. 2 by 2 to each side. Terhune and DeKemper to the left side. Miller, as actually now DeKemper goes left to right, as they will hand off inside. Going right side, it's Olivas getting to the edge. Cuts back inside to the 45-40. First down and more to the 35. And Olivas is going to get inside the 35-yard line and taken down at the 32. Eric Olivas with some power and some scoot. He's got a first down inside of Salina Central territory to the 32-yard line. Call it a pickup of 16 on the play for Eric Olivas. First down and 10 to the 32. As DeKemper is now the back. They line up Olivas in the slot to the left side alongside the trips formation with Miller and Terhune. They'll hand off DeKemper inside to the 30, and he might get the 29-yard line before being swung down. Ball came out there at the end, but they will say it was after the whistle. Caden Snyder is playing having some double duty this evening. The Kansas commit, an all-state offensive lineman on the left side of the offensive line, the side of the line that Salina Central was running behind that last drive. He has been getting a heavy workload this evening, as he had a really nice drive that time, and now playing some defensive line to try and spell some of this Goddard defense. As now the Salina Central defense moves around a little bit in the empty set. Quads to the far side, as now they'll run it. Sullivan up the middle, shoulder down, gets inside the 20 to the 17-yard line goes Brock Sullivan, as Goddard enters the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories, where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. First down and 10, Goddard at the 18-yard line. They line up DeKemper in the backfield. Split to the left side, it is Terhune, Miller, and Olivas from left to right. All by himself on the far side is Rojas. They throw a screen, and it's incomplete, trying to get Terhune through a fastball when a changeup was needed. Terhune couldn't haul it in. It'll be second down and 10, with the clock stopping at 7:15 to play in the third quarter. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. Mays leads Salina South 22-0 after one. Still 28-7 between Eisenhower and Northwest, with Northwest leading in that one. A really fun game last season between those two. A 30-28 win for Northwest with a last-minute field goal right here at Goddard High School. As they'll run it now, they'll keep it with Sullivan. Gets out of a tackle. His shirt might have been torn. Gets inside the 5. Shoulder down. A Herculean effort for 6. Brock Sullivan with a massive touchdown run from 16 yards out and a touchdown for Goddard from 17. 7:07 remains here in this third quarter, and these two teams exchanging blows with Sullivan running it in from 17 yards out and a touchdown for the Goddard offense. They get to within 7. 20-13, McFadden on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 20-14 is the lead now for Salina Central. Can Goddard find a stop? We'll find out when we come back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
20-14 is the Salina Central lead. Brock Sullivan was an impressive player on that drive, doing it, I don't want to say all himself. There was some Eric Olivas mixed in. Briar Rojas had a toe tapper on the sideline, but Brock Sullivan with a really tough run that time to get into the end zone for 6. 20-14 is the lead in favor of Salina Central. McFadden lines up for a pooch kick. This one heads to the sideline. Fair catch called for at the 29. No fair catch. The 35, and brought down just shy of the 40-yard line that time was Abram Owings, and the Central offense will get started around their own 40, as they have been really solid this evening in the running game. You've seen a lot of Cooper Reeves tonight, and he has been the big-time player, an early candidate for our Wichita Sports Commission Player of the Game. 20-14 our score. Apologies to those on the YouTube page for failing to update the scoreboard, as it is now 20-14 in the third quarter, with Goddard trailing Salina Central. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Salina Central with it now at their own 40-yard line. Ball on the far side hash. 2x2 to each side. The tight end pack is in the backfield to the left. They'll hand off going inside to the right side. This is Reeves, as he's going to be brought down after about a 5-yard pickup. Gage Koenig's on the tackle, trying to rip the ball out there at the end, but ever trusty is Cooper Reeves with the ball in his hand. It's going to now be 2nd down and 5 from the 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5. 6:40 and winding to play in this third quarter. As they run trips, they'll keep it now in the hands of Griffin Hall. Up the middle to midfield. He'll squirt through the hole and get to the 46-yard line in a first down gain, that time by Griffin Hall, who has been very pesky to bring down. If you're asking Shaheem Sanders, the defensive coordinator for the Goddard Lions, has not been an easy task bringing down number 7, especially when he's in the backfield. First down and 10 for Salina Central. Ball is at the Goddard 47. Snap to Hall. Handoff inside. Reeves goes right side, makes a man miss to the 40, to the 35, and lowering the shoulder over that poor Aiden Beach in the defensive backfield. About a 12-yard pickup that time makes it first down and 10 at the 39, and this offense is in a rhythm. First down and 10 for Salina Central now. Ball at the 39. Hall going quickly, now looking to the sideline, trying to get a hard count and not give Goddard an opportunity to sub on the sideline. 2x2 to each side. Noah Peck, the tight end, to the right. As they will hand off, going left to right now is Reeves through the hole, and he's going to be up in, and a nice tackle made that time by Elliott Walk coming up from the safety position. Reeves on the play that time. Salina Central has had a lot of success running behind the left side of the line of scrimmage. Caden Snyder, the KU football commit, one of the top players in the entire state of Kansas, a 4-star prospect by some ranked. He is 6'6", 305, and he is playing behind and underneath his pads this evening. He's been fantastic. 2nd down and 6 at the 30-yard line. As now a handoff, left side, Reeves to the 25, lost his footing there. He's going to get first down yardage, being brought down around the 23-yard line. Elliott Walk is going to be credited with a tackle that time, but more so was him just, I don't know if I would say running into a tackle, but the tackle kind of ran into him. First down and 10 now for Salina Central. Chunk play after chunk play. It's Reeves in the running game getting things going. First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter, Salina Central leading 20-14. Trips to the far side, Reeves to the right. They will keep it. Here's Hall up the middle to the 20, makes a man miss to the 15, gets out of a tackle, and he's going to be brought down by Cameron Locke right at the 15. Elliott Walk lost his footing, and it was Locke, the corner, that made a touchdown-saving tackle, as now Salina Central moves inside the red zone, powered by Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. Continental Truck Accessories. Where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades, and more. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories is built for the end zone. We'll see if Salina Central is built for the end zone here as they have it second down and 3, trying to get inside the 20 or inside the 15, and a false start penalty is going to be called. Shaheem Sanders was kind of asking for it, and the near side official called it. It'll back up the offense. As the 4:07 remaining here in this third quarter, it'll be second down and 8 coming up for Salina Central as they lead this one 20-14. They've got it at the 21-yard line, backing them out of the CTA red zone. As the clock now winds inside of 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Twins to the far side, an H-back and a receiver to the bottom of the formation. They will hand off. Reeves going right side, patient through the hole. Inside the 15, Reeves keeps the legs going to the 10, and he's going to be brought down at the 9-yard line. Tackle made that time, and a touchdown-saving tackle made that time by Corbin Sullivan, making a nice play from his backside defensive end spot as Cooper Reeves right now is running with some ferocity. Goddard is a team that plays a lot of guys two ways, and right now Cooper Reeves is fresh and ready to go. 2-by-2 to each side. They'll run it. Quarterback run. This is Hall. Cuts back to the left side. Gets to the 1-yard line and brought down right at the 1-yard line. With 3.5 minutes remaining, it'll be second down and 1 for Salina Central at the goal at the 1-yard line. As they'll go in a hurry. No jumbo formation. 2-by-2 to each side. Reeves to the left. They'll hand it to him going left to right. Reeves goes up the middle. He's actually going to be upended right at the goal line. And I don't think they're going to give him 6. They will mark him down at the 1-yard line. Give credit that time to Colton Hofer, who made a really impressive play on the last goal line stand for Goddard, and now is going to be tasked with doing it for the third straight play. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Traditional formation, 2-by-2. Reeves to the right. They'll run it with Hall. Right side into the end zone for the touchdown. Salina Central strengthens their grip with 2:50 remaining here in the third quarter. It is now 26-14. And I heard a whistle. I do not believe there's going to be a flag after the fact. But it looks like we're going to see Salina Central stay on the field. Griffin Hall running it in that time from 1 yard out. And we will see if they are able to convert the 2 points here after the failed extra point last time. 26-14, the current Salina Central lead. Trying to get the right personnel on the field right now are the Mustangs. As back in the game is Abram Owings, as maybe some trickery here coming for the Central Mustangs. Play clock winds inside of 8, now down to 5. And they're going to go in a hurry here. Owings and Reeves line up in the backfield. They run it with Reeves left side, gets a hole and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 28-14 is now the Salina Central lead. Reeves with the 2-pointer as they lead it now with 2:50 remaining in this third quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more at commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
Back here from Goddard High School, 3 minutes to play here in this third quarter as it is Salina Central leading 28-14 here in this one. A touchdown from Griffin Hall and a two-point conversion from Cooper Reeves makes it 28-14 with 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. As Duxler is set to kick this one off. As Olivas is well back deep. As Duxler is going to arc this one high to the 26-yard line. It is fielded and taken to the 35. And taken down at the 37-yard line that time for Goddard. It is, I believe that is Cooper Glasscock who returned that kick that time. And Goddard has pretty decent starting field position here, trailing 28-14 here late in this third quarter. 2:45 to play in the third. Other scores from around the area, 24-14. Carroll leads Derby with 10 minutes to play as Andover also leads Andover Central late in that fourth quarter. Pratt leads 14-7 at half over Cheney. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line for Goddard. In the gun, wanting to throw is Sullivan. Screen play, here's Rojas with friends out in front to the 40, now to the 45, and a 7-yard pickup that time for Rojas on the screen. And Rojas was making some extracurricular efforts after the play was over. Him and Trey Wise getting into it, but no flag as the competitive spirit is encouraged. It'll now be second down and 3. 2:20 to play here in this third quarter. Salina Central leads at 28-14 with 2:15 and winding to play in the third. 3 to the trips to the near side as they will run it. Olivas from right to left now goes up the middle and is going to get first down yardage to the 49-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that time for Olivas, and the Goddard offense continues to churn its legs, moving ahead the sticks. It'll be first down and 10 Lions just approaching Salina Central territory. First down and 10, under 2 to play in this third quarter. It is Goddard trailing Salina Central 28-14. First down and 10 from the 49 of Goddard. They need to get to the 41 of Salina Central here on first down as they will keep it. Sullivan on the keeper up the middle, and a nice play made that time. That was Connor Carter from the defensive line position, as well as Grayton Gross, as that was a nice play from the defensive line to at least stall him for a moment as Michael Gunderson, the 5'9 sophomore, gets a quick blow on the sideline. As coming in is Caden Snyder. Has not played much defensively this season, but giving him reps on the defensive side of the ball because they need him this evening. Salina Central a little bit undersized up front, but so is Goddard, to be quite frank. Second down and 8 from the Salina Central 49. Sullivan wants to throw, looking to throw. Pressure arrives. He rolls near side. Steps up in the pocket to the 45-40, 35. Sullivan makes a miss to the 30. Stiff arm to the 30, and he's going to be brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll give him the 28. An impressive run that time of 27 yards for Brock Sullivan. It has him first down and 10 inside of the 30-yard line. A 21-yard run for Sullivan makes it first and 10 Goddard at the 28-yard line. First down and 10. As it's now ball at the 28-yard line. Trips to the near side. Snap and a pitch near side. Olivas trying to get out near side. He's going to be brought down just shy of the 25. They'll give him the 26. 3-yard pickup that time for Olivas. It'll be second down and about 8 yards. Olivas has been doing the dirty work between the tackles this evening at 5'8", 160 pounds. He does a lot of that. You would think he's more of a scat back, get out wide and make plays. He does that on occasion, but this evening he has been the bully ball back as it's now second down and 8 from the Central 26. Trips to the far side. Olivas the tailback. They will fake it to him. Sullivan up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Flag is down. He's inside the 20, the 15, and Sullivan is escorted down inside the 15-yard line. It'll be first down Goddard, depending on the penalty. As I believe this one will be a hold. As it looks like Goddard moving backwards offensively. It looks like this one will be a hold as we await the official ruling from the Whitecap. It's going to be holding on Goddard. So Goddard will back up to, I believe, second down and 18. Other scores from around the area, halftime around the state of Kansas. Wamego leads Abilene 6-3 in a pretty big 4A game, as it'll be second down and call it 18. 10 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And Goddard will just take this one to the fourth quarter as they trail it 28-14 after 3. Fourth quarter is coming up next here in the high school game of the week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. Fourth quarter about to get underway here. Goddard trailing Salina Central 28-14. It's the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank. Commerce Bank, from setting short-term goals to planning for your future. If it matters to you, it matters to them. Together, they can find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. As it is 28-14 in favor of Salina Central. Fourth quarter just about to get underway. Goddard has the football. After going scoreless in the second quarter, these two offenses have erupted in the third. 21 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the third, as it's now 28-14. Sullivan wants to throw. They got a screen for Rojas, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted. Coming up from the safety position was Corey Saraki. A dangerous pass that time on second down and 18. Now it's third down and 18. Third down and 18. They need to get to the Central 18. They are currently lined up at their own 36. At the Central 36. Third down and 18. Play clock at 12 now. Fourth quarter just underway. Trips to the near side. Lone receiver the far is Terhune. Sullivan wants to throw. Shot play down the field. Got a step. It's Rojas. Caught with a flag down at the 1-yard line. Briar Rojas. Go up and get it. An exceptional play with a flag coming in. It will be a pass interference penalty on Trey Wise, and it will stand. Goddard will have it at the 1. Briar Rojas has had an incredible game this evening, doing it all. First and goal at the 1 for Goddard as they find themselves on the edge of the doorstep, which means they are at the Continental Truck Accessories red zone, where tough meets unstoppable. Lift kits, bed covers, custom upgrades. Gear up your truck to drive through anything. Continental Truck Accessories, built for the end zone. It is first down and goal. They'll mark it down at the 2-yard line. Goddard and Salina Central in a dogfight here for a potential number 2 seed in 5A West. 2-by-2 to each side to Kemper and Olivas to the right. Now motioning left to right is Miller. They'll run it. It's Sullivan up the middle. Touchdown Goddard, and Rojas had some words to say after the play, and getting escorted to the sideline is Rojas, him and Trey Wise getting into it, but Sullivan runs it in from a yard out with 11:24 to play here in this fourth quarter. It is now a 1-score game. Sullivan with his second rushing touchdown of the game, is third in total, as it is now 28-20, extra point pending. As the snap is a little bit low, the kick is up. It's high, but it is good. A 2-yard touchdown run from Brock Sullivan makes it 28-21. Salina Central now leads it. We'll be right back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving it,
As we return from Goddard High School, it's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to them. Together, they can find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. 28-21 is our score. Goddard trailing Salina Central. These two teams trading touchdowns. The second half has been full of them. Neither team turning it over or punting here in this second half, as a high kick will go out of bounds at the 30-yard line, meaning Salina Central will start at their own 35. Chance Lebo here in the press box, running the ones and twos this evening, as we have a short staff considering the YouTube-only broadcast, considering the fact that it is a 6 o'clock first pitch kickoff. We made sure that we didn't ask too much of neither Brad nor Judd or Hayden. So I'm running all the ones and twos this evening as we have a 28-21 game. I feel bad that they are missing this game. So Salina Central start at the 36-yard line. Brad is actually at the Andover Central and Andover game. Actually, no, Brad's on his way back from a vacation right now, but I'm sure that he wishes he was at the Andover and Andover Central game. That one is a true barn burner right now, or at least it was. Andover leading 28-14. They will move to 6-2 and end their season undefeated in conference play. And if you look at what they've done this season, the only two losses on the schedule for them, the number one team in 6A, the number one team in 4A. As now Reeves gets the handoff to the 40, now past the 40 to the 44, and it'll be a pickup of about 7 on the play. Cooper Reeves has been Mr. Consistency here in this second half, just getting a ton of yards. He has not been stopped up front. An offensive line with 3 juniors, 3 all-league players, and a Kansas football commit. They have been resetting the line of scrimmage, which is a coaching point time and again from coaching staffs, and they have done just that. They have been exceptional this evening in starting these drives, as it's now 2nd down and 3. As they'll run it near side, Griffin Hall is going to be swung down and brought down. Trey Wright in the backfield with a tackle for loss, a 2-yard loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for Salina Central. Salina Central has been fairly successful on 3rd downs this evening, but the passing game has been a weakness for them. Do they stick with the ground game, or do they trust Hall to throw a pass here? 3rd down and 6 for the Mustangs. As Reeves is the back, trips to the far side, lone receiver to the bottom of the formation is Bodie Rodriguez. Looking to throw, they throw near side, pass is going to be incomplete with the flag in, and Shaheem Sanders is livid with that penalty flag. Trying to find Gannon Cole, and Cameron Locke is going to be flagged for pass interference. As Cole was the intended target that time, Locke just a little bit too handsy, and it will be, I believe it'll be a 1st down. It was 3rd down and 6. It's going to be holding on Locke, and with the spot of the play, a 10-yard penalty will result in a 1st down. As now it will be Salina Central football inside Goddard territory now at the 49-yard line. Trips to the far side. H-back is Peck. Lone receiver at the bottom is Bodie Rodriguez. They keep it with Hall up the middle to the 45. Hall with a flag down is going to get inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st down if the play stands, but I believe it will not. As flags come in, I believe it will be a hold here on the left side of the line. And on the ground now is, I believe it's Elliott Walk, and he is in a lot of pain right now. Elliott Walk, one of the star safeties here for Goddard. An all-AVCCL player at linebacker a season ago, moving to safety this season. Had a chance to talk to him in our preseason preview series, as it has gone deathly quiet here at Goddard High School. You could hear a pin drop as Elliott Walk is down, and his leg looks like he is in a lot of pain. As the training staff is out there alongside head coach Tommy Beeson, the officials meeting currently. Bryce Walter, the athletic trainer, out there as well, as I believe this is going to be a holding penalty, but obviously the matter at hand is the fact that Elliott Walk is down on the field, and with the fact that it is deathly quiet here at Goddard High School, I think you can understand why it is so, but he's able to get up under his own power and able to walk off the sideline under his own power. His helmet being taken by the coaching staff. He's trying to work out his shoulder a little bit. His left shoulder is what is being looked at and observed right now, but Walk, one of the better players on this entire football team, and the secondary is without plenty of depth, as Irv Phillips is out for the season with a broken leg. Now Walk is on the sideline getting monitored by head athletic trainer Bryce Walter, and that means Brexton Madden is in at safety, alongside, I believe this is Axel Lemer, as they will snap it and get it away. This is Reeves up the middle, attacking the middle of that Goddard defense and getting about 9 yards on the play that time. It'll be now first down and 11. Actually, they'll give him a really rough spot that time. It'll be second down and 13. After what I believe to be a pretty good pickup that time, it will now be second down and long. A touchdown for Bishop Carroll with 5.5 minutes remaining makes it 24-20 in that one. Second down and 13, as they will toss it. Reeves out in the perimeter, makes Trey Wright miss, but he cannot make Hofer miss, which brings him right back into the grasp of Trey Wright, who has been flexing his muscles here on this drive, doing a really impressive job. As it's now third down and long. Third down and call it 16. Needing to get to the 39-yard line. Ball is at the opposite 45. As they line up, trips to the near side. Rodriguez all by himself on the far side of the formation as they look to the sideline now. Peck is in at H-back. 8 on the play clock. Inside of 8.5 minutes to play now in this fourth quarter. They will get the snap off by a hair. Hall wants to throw. Switch route. Has a man open. It is incomplete. Perfectly timed. Aiden Beach punches it out at the first possible moment without a PI. And the sophomore Aiden Beach comes up with a magnificent textbook play in the secondary, forcing a punt here for Salina Central. As Olivas will head back deep as they expect Salina Central to punt here. Hall is their punter, as he usually pooches it, as they line up as if they're going to go for it here on fourth down and 18. As a hard count, and now Hall will back up, as will Olivas. As a little pooch kick is going to be taken down at the 25, now inside the 20 to the 15. It'll roll inside the 10. It's going to keep rolling. And does it get to the 5? Yes, it does. What a punt that time from Griffin Hall. An excellent punt will set up Goddard for a 95-yard field with 8:20 remaining here and what has been an absolute doozy. Goddard with an opportunity to potentially march down the field and tie the game here. What a game we've had this evening. And the second half has been all that we expected it to be and more, as these two offenses traded expensive blows in that second quarter. Really not doing much on the offensive side of the football in the second 12, but the first quarter featured plenty of offense, and now Goddard, trailing by a touchdown, has it with 8:20 remaining and a 95-yard field ahead of them. Sullivan will line up in his own end zone with Eric Olivas alongside. 2 by 2 to each side. Rojas and DeKemper split to the bottom of the formation on to the right of Sullivan. As they will hand it off, halfback draw. This is going to go to Olivas, and he's going to get a pair. They'll give him the 7-yard line from the 5, and it'll be second down and 8 coming up here shortly. Olivas has been a busy ball handler this evening. He's been doing plenty. But it's been Briar Rojas making some big plays, Brock Sullivan, as it's now second down and 8. Ball is at the 7 of Goddard. Rojas by himself. DeKemper to the right, as well as Olivas in the backfield. Here's the snap to Sullivan. He'll keep it. Fumbled it for a moment. The ball is out at the 4-yard line. and they're going to say that he landed on it. This is not the first fumbled exchange between Olivas and Sullivan, as this will back them up to, I believe, the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now, and what could have potentially been a back-breaking drive for Goddard. Now they're just trying to avoid disaster here with 3rd down and 12 lining up in their own end zone. The ball is at the 3-yard line. It's 3rd and 12. 2 by 2 to each side. Rojas and Miller split to the right, as well as Olivas. Here's the snap to Sullivan. Wants to throw, looking towards the middle. Gets it out to the sideline. Incomplete. Over past the outstretched arms of Nick Miller. The pass will fall incomplete, and with 7:02 remaining, Goddard will punt it from their own end zone. Give credit on that defensive stand to Griffin Hall. He took 0 snaps on the defensive side of the ball, but the quarterback with an excellent pooch punt, forcing Goddard to line up inside their own end zone, and a potentially catastrophic play from Brock Sullivan now forces them to punt from their own end zone. Dawson McFadden lining up from his own end zone, and back deep for Salina Central is Eli Krebaum and Abram Owings. Here's the snap. It's a good one, and getting it off clean is McFadden, and bouncing at the 35-yard line and letting it bounce. This one will take a fantastic Goddard bounce all the way to the Salina Central 39-yard line. Owings could have had a return there. He could have fielded it at the 35 off a fair catch. Heck, he could have fumbled it and taken a knee. And instead, it will now be Salina Central ball at their own 40. Now, let's not get it twisted. This could have been a lot worse. They could have lined up at their own 10-yard line. They instead lined up at their own 40. So it's not like a terrible decision was made, but about 25 yards in field position difference between where it could have been taken and where it is going to be snapped for Salina Central at their own 40. And Cameron Locke and the near side official trying to get, I believe, his knee pads past his knees, as it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Lone receiver at the bottom of the formation is Gannon Cole, as 2 running backs in the backfield as they will give it now. This is Reeves up the middle, trying to get out of Briar Rojas' tackle, and he's not going to be able to. He's going to be taken down at the 44-yard line. Rojas with the swing, as it'll be 2nd down and 6, and in a first-time formation there this evening from Salina Central, lining up both Owings, Reeves, and Hall all in the backfield, alongside the H-back Noah Peck, and they'll stay with the same personnel. 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Rodriguez split way out wide to the near side. 2 backs. They will hand it off. This is Owings. No, this is Reeves coming near side. Rojas meets him once again, this time at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for Salina Central with 6 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter as they lead it 28-21. It is 3rd down and 6. Ball at their own 44-yard line, and this might be the ball game for Goddard. They bring back their irregularly scheduled 11 personnel. 1 back, 1 tight end. It is Reeves the back, Peck the tight end. 2 receivers to the far side. It's Bodie Rodriguez and Keaton Smith, and it is Gannon Cole by his lonesome self at the bottom of the formation. Peck now goes left to right. Hall maneuvering traffic in the backfield with 5 seconds. They get it off. He rolls right side, wants to throw, has a man open. It is incomplete off the hands of Keaton Smith. It'll fall incomplete. He would have had the 1st down if converted. Instead, it will be 4th down and 6, and a decision to be made now for Salina Central. 4th down and 6. They've had a really good punt earlier from Griffin Hall. 4th down and 6. And Hall with the hard count. Now looks to the sideline. And looking to the sideline for Mark Sandbo, as now they line up in punt formation. Hall gets it. It's a wobbler, as Olivas will not field it. This one gets inside the 20, and it will get all the way down to about the 14-yard line. That is where it'll be down, as Goddard will take over from their 14, a difference, about a 7-yard net. When you look at where they punted it from and now where they take over, give credit to both punters. They have been trading pretty impressive haymakers. 28-21 is our score. 5:19 remaining in this 4th quarter. The ball is at the Goddard 14-yard line, as that is where they will take over with 5:19 to play here. Final score from Andover as they win 28-14 over Andover Central. First league title for them since 2013. 2 by 2 to each side as they will run it. Olivas inside, and he will get maybe a yard, but that's if he's lucky. Fellow USD 265 Tennant Eisenhower trails Northwest 49-7 at the half out west, as it's now 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup from Olivas. When this action concludes, don't forget to join us for the Ribbit Computers postgame show. We'll have our player of the game presented by Wichita Sports Commission and much more. 2nd down and 8, 2 by 2 to each side. Rojas to the bottom of the formation on the right side. Looking, they throw it. It's incomplete. Tipped at the line of scrimmage that time. Eli Kreebon, the 6'2", 180-pound sophomore, making the play that time. Potentially could have had the pick. Instead, it'll be 3rd down and 8 with the clock holding at 4:40 to play in this ball game. 3rd down and 8, do or die here for the Goddard Lion offense. Miller, Rojas, Olivas, DeKemper, and Terhune all in the game at the skill positions. They split 2 by 2, 2 to the far side. Now DeKemper goes right to left. Rojas isolated by himself. Looking to throw with Sullivan, setting up a screen, gets it to Olivas in the flat, to the 15, to the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line. He needed to get to the 24, as we will see Goddard acting like they are not going to punt this one away. No reason to here. They trail by a touchdown with 4:15 to play. Ball at the 20-yard line, needing the 24. 4th down and 4. Clock winding inside of 4:10 to play. Olivas and DeKemper alongside Rojas to the right in formation. Here's Sullivan, as a timeout is going to be called by Salina Central with 4:02 remaining in this ball game. Game on the line for Goddard. They trail it 28-21 with 4:02 to play in the 4th quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to WichitaSports.com.
As we return to Goddard High School, 28-21 our score here, and a final score from Derby High School. Bishop Carroll with potentially the upset of the season as they take down Derby 24-20 in an upset to close out the season. That makes things interesting in the 5A West standings. 4th down and 4. Goddard needs it here as they trail 28-21. Ball at their own 20. They need 4. Trips to the near side. And now Goddard will take a timeout. Their first of the half. As we will keep it right here as Goddard, trailing by a touchdown, has it with the football. 28-21, 4:02 to play in this 4th quarter. Things getting very interesting in the 6A West standings. Mays obviously clinching already a number 1 seed in 6A West, as they are taking on Salina South this evening. Should be a pretty easy, I don't want to say easy win, but should be a pretty handed win for Mays this evening. Wichita Southeast is 6-2. They are currently the number 3 seed in 6A West. I don't know if we're giving Southeast enough credit for what they've been able to do this season, coming off of a 64-0 win over Wichita North last night. They could be a top 5 seed in 6A West, but Derby moves to 5-3 this season, one of the worst regular seasons for Derby outside of the COVID year. A down year for Derby. Other schools that are in that position, Rural, Manhattan, Junction City, all 5-2. And Derby, 5-3. Did not see that coming. 4th and 4, Goddard. Empty set. Olivas to the left. Trips now to the right. Now moves right to left with DeKemper moving right to left. Sullivan wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, needs the 24, lowers his shoulder at the 20. He is not going to get there, and Salina Central will stand. A 1-yard run on 4th and 4. The Mustangs will get it back at their own 21-yard line. After they trade timeouts, it's Central who makes the stand with 3:53 remaining in this 4th quarter. at the 21-yard line. It'll be Central football. It is important to note, Central has missed a kick this evening. This is not a gimme for Salina Central. Goddard defensively has stood up tall here in this fourth quarter. This is not a game that is – I do not believe this game is over just yet. It is first down and 10 for Salina Central at the Goddard 21. As Salina Central breaks the huddle from the sideline with about 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. Sandbo needs to get off to the sideline with 2, with 1. Hall snaps it, fakes it, wants the dagger. End zone shot. It is up. It's Peck, and it's a touchdown for Central. That might be the dagger. Noah Peck from 21 yards out. It's a touchdown for Salina Central. They lead at 34-20 with 3:47 to play in this fourth quarter. And what a play that time. Peck from Hall from 21 yards. And an opportunity now to make it 35-21. And the extra point is good from Elijah Duxler. 35-21 is the Central lead as they take it with 3:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season.
As we return to Goddard High School, 35-21 is our score here. As we remind you, final score from Derby. Carroll takes down the Panthers 24-20. An upset of the ages. Bishop Carroll closes their season at 5-3. What a turnaround for Chris Jackson Company as they win 24-20 down south. As we await the opening kick, or the potentially final kickoff here. 3:47 remains. Salina Central leads 35-21 after the extra point was good. Just 3:47 remains here in this fourth quarter as the kick is up, and this one is going to reach the end zone. Letting it fly through is Jackson Murak, as it will be Goddard football at their own 20 as they trail 3:47 to play here by 2 touchdowns. They need some help here. Goddard offense stalling out, failing to convert on 4th down and 4 on their last drive, and now find themselves in an even bigger deficit. 35-21, they trail this one. Salina Central looking to win their second straight in the series and take a 7-5 series lead over Goddard. They won last year 52-24, ending what would have been a league championship season from Goddard and sending them into a spiral before their 7-6 loss against Valley Center in the first round of postseason play. Sullivan lines up with 5 seconds on the play clock. They got to go in a hurry. With 3, with 2. Sullivan, the snap, looks to the trip side, wants to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rojas at the 30. He'll get to the 32 and struck down just right there. Now they got to go in a hurry. As Tommy Beeson and company calling a play from the sideline as the clock continues to wind now inside of 3:40 to play. 2 by 2 to each side. They line up Rojas in the slot on the right side. Sullivan wants to throw quick. Out route. It is caught. Rojas to the 39, and about a 4-yard pickup that time for, a 6-yard pickup that time for Rojas. Keeps the clock moving inside of 3:20 to play. It's now 2nd down and 3. 2 by 2 to each side. Rojas in the slot to the bottom of the formation. Near side, Sullivan wants to throw. Looking middle corner position. It was Jeremiah Smith. No, not the Ohio State receiver. A different Jeremiah Smith suiting up for Salina Central this evening. It's now 3:03 remaining in this fourth quarter as it is Salina Central 35, Goddard 21. Don't forget to join us for the Ribbit Computers postgame show. We'll break down some scores from around the area, take a look at where these two teams might be playing as postseason play is just around the corner, and we'll get you our Davis Moore Chevrolet 35-yard line and a nice tackle made by Jesus Delgado. Now Goddard needing to go quickly. First down and 10 Ball is at the 46-yard line. And lining up quickly is Goddard, but not getting a play in very quickly. Trips to the near side. Olivas in the slot alongside Miller and Rojas at the bottom of the formation. DeKemper is the tailback. Three-man front, rushing three is Salina Central. Flag comes down, incomplete across the middle, trying to find Briar Rojas. I believe they're going to get a cut block on one of the Goddard Lions. Looks like the center, Neil Oltmer, went to his knees to try and cut the defensive tackle, Caden Snyder, and I believe it's going to cost them 10 yards. So you await the official ruling. It'll be 15 yards from the previous spot, so it'll be first down and 25. They're going to call that one on Neil Oltmer, as that does not help them one bit. First down and 25 now for Goddard. They got to get to the 44 of Salina Central. They have it at their own 31. I'm not sure you could have drawn up a worse start to this drive for the Goddard Lions. Play clock stops, or the game clock stops with 2:39 to play. Empty set, man in motion from left to right. Now quad to the right side. Miller, the man in motion. Wanting to throw is Sullivan. Throws, middle, pass, caught. First down. No, not a first down. The 45, now a first down for Olivas. Down the sideline to the 25-20. Nobody in front. It's a touchdown. Olivas into the end zone. A strike from 69 yards. And a touchdown for Goddard to make Salina Central sweat. 69 yards on the catch and run. Eric Olivas. The pitch and catch, his 5th receiving touchdown of the season. None bigger than that one. As we will await the extra point try. 35-27 our score. As McFadden on for the extra point to make this a touchdown ball game. As the snap is up, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 35-28. In the words of an episode of Friends, this just got interesting. 35-28 with 2:27 left to play, as we have quite the ball game on our hands between Salina Central and Goddard. Goddard with 2 timeouts left, Salina Central with a pair in their pocket. I'm not sure, if you would have asked me what did Goddard need to score on that drive, I would not have told you a first down and 25 from their own 31. Nevertheless, they now have an opportunity here to at least make Salina Central sweat. This game means a heck of a lot in terms of seeding. Liberal and Hayes. Liberal will likely fall to Hayes. The last check, Hayes was leading 21-0 after the first quarter. Andover is now 6-2. Things would get really interesting when it comes to tiebreakers, because more than likely you're going to get Salina Central, Liberal, Andover, Hutch, and Hayes all at 6-2. And if Goddard wins tonight, that will put them and Salina Central both at 6-2. So things are just shaping up for some chaos in postseason play, as McFadden's onside kick is going to roll, and it's going to actually be fielded by Griffin Hall, and a flag after the play, as a little bit of extracurriculars from Jesus Delgado, as that was Griffin Hall, the quarterback that fielded the onside kick. Talk about gutsy, putting your quarterback on hands team. Mark Sandbo has got guts to go. 35-28 is the score here, with Salina Central leading, and now with the football. And if this penalty goes against Salina Central, this will go to Goddard's favor, as it will back up Salina Central even more. As we await to see what the penalty is going to be on, and not just that, but what it will result in. Wow. Going to go against the kicking team. Going to go against Jackson Maruck. So it will go against Goddard. I thought it was going against Salina Central. I must have looked away before Maruck got his hand on him. But instead, the penalty will go against Goddard, and now that puts Salina Central in a position to where on their last drive they started the 21 with a touchdown lead. Now they start all the way inside Goddard territory at the 43. They scored a 21-yard touchdown on their last drive. As they will keep it in the hands of Hall, the quarterback, to the 40, 2:17 and winding to play here. It'll be second down and about 6 coming up after the 4-yard pickup. Clock continues to wind as this one will be snapped inside of 2 minutes to play. As we await the play call from Mark Sandbo and the play calling crew for Salina Central. 2 by 2 to each side. Reeves to the right. They'll hand it to him up the middle. Trap play. Reeves through the middle as he will get, I believe he'll be short of the first down. They'll mark him a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up from the 24-yard line as with a minute and a half to play. Salina Central with 2 timeouts. Goddard with 2 timeouts. Tommy Beeson looks like he's going to use his second to final timeout. He will take a timeout, and we will take one with him. When we return, there'll be a minute 26 remaining in the 4th quarter between Goddard and Salina Central. 35-28 our score. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order. Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
3rd down and 1 for the Salina Central offense. They lead at 35-28. Minute 30 to play here. If they get this, the ball game is over. As they have 2 in the backfield, 2 fullbacks. They will run it. Hall up the middle. He is going to surge ahead. 1st down Central, and that should clinch it. Salina Central is going to have their best regular season finish since their state title season in 2005, and Goddard will fall to 5-3. What a game we have had this evening, and teams, as this one has been a thrill from the start. 1st down and 10, Salina Central. They line up in the victory formation. Hall in the pistol in the victory set. He will take a knee, and he will drop a knee, and with inside of a minute to play here, no timeouts for Goddard. 1st down turns to 2nd down. Goddard is going to fall to Salina Central here this evening. What a finish between these 2 ABCTL Division II foes. As that will just about do it. As Salina Central lines up one more time, as they will take one more kneel, and they are going to win this one 35-28. Do not go anywhere. Join us for the Ribbit Computers post-game show. Hey, Wichita, got a broken phone, cracked screen, dead battery, not charging, whatever it is. Ribbit Computers has you covered. They've been Wichita's go-to for fast, affordable phone repairs for over 20 years. Most fixes are done same day, and walk-ins are always welcome. Don't wait days or spend a fortune. Hop into Ribbit Computers and get your phone back up and running today. The Ribbit Computers post-game show is coming up next here in the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC.
For the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Kansas's longest-running Thanksgiving race is almost here. The 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place November 22nd, featuring a 10-mile run, 2-mile fun run, and tiny turkey trot. The first 2,000 registrants receive a $10 voucher toward the purchase of a whole new turkey at Dillon's. All food and financial donations collected during the event will benefit the Kansas Food Bank, which provides hunger relief to individuals and families in need in 85 counties. For more information or to register, head to wichitasports.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
Welcome into the Ribbit Computers postgame show. Hey, we're at Wichita. Got a broken phone, cracked screen, dead battery, not charging, whatever it is, Ribbit Computers has you covered. They've been Wichita's go-to for fast, affordable phone repairs for over 20 years. Most fixes are done same day, and walk-ins are always welcome. Don't wait days or spend a fortune. Hop into Ribbit Computers or get your phone back up and running today. It's time now to take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by the Wichita Sports Commission. Since 1997, the Wichita Sports Commission has worked to promote, acquire, and support a diversity of youth, amateur, and professional sports programs and events enhancing the Wichita area economy and quality of life. Sports are more than just games. They're a powerful tool for community building, personal development, and social connection. Their next event is coming up on Saturday, November 22nd, when the 50th annual Wichita Turkey Trot, presented by Dillon's, takes place. Learn more. Get signed up today at wichitasports.com. The player of the game here, it is a tough decision because of, how many players played well for Salina Central. It was an all-out team effort from Salina Central. You could give it to Caden Snyder, who played fantastically along the offensive and defensive lines. You give it to Cooper Reeves, who was the bell cow tonight. But I'm going to give it to the guy that had the keys to the offense and did not mess up once. Griffin Hall tonight, 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown that eventually was the dagger to Noah Peck. He also recovered the crucial onside kick in the final quarter of play. It was a fantastic game from Griffin Hall, and he is our player of the game, brought to you by the Wichita Sports Commission. Now it's time for our Drive the Game, brought to you by Davis Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive to Davis Moore Chevrolet, located under the big American flag at Kellogg and Tyler, or visit them online at davis-moorechevrolet.com. Davis Moore Chevrolet is a proud supporter of high school athletics. 5 plays, minute and 4 seconds, 80 yards. That was the touchdown drive from Salina Central coming out of the half. A 14-7 lead after the first quarter, stayed that way heading into half. And after the first half ended, Salina Central came out and set the tone for what would be an electric, high-scoring second half. Cooper Reeves punched it in from 15 yards out. It was a quick, tone-setting touchdown drive for Salina Central as they set the tone for what would go on to be a 35-28 win in tonight's game as they take down Goddard 35-28. They move to 7-1. Things are going to get interesting here in 6A as you're going to have Liberal, Andover, Hutchinson, Hayes, all at 6-2, so a 5-way tie potentially there at the top in the 3rd spot. And then for Goddard, they're going to have to hope for a potential 8-9 flip with them and Bishop Carroll. That at worst coming into tonight, it looked like they would be the 8th seed, but there is a possibility that they could, well, I said coming into tonight, and I do apologize for this. I guess that they will be hosting regardless, but they will likely be hosting Mays South come postseason time, and there is a distinct possibility that we could be covering Goddard in that matchup. So be keeping an eye out on all of social media for where we will be on next Friday night for another edition of the High School Game of the Week. I appreciate you all for listening and being with us through what was an unorthodox High School Game of the Week broadcast here on the YouTube channel. Do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and continue to follow along on social media. Thanks for joining us for the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more, head to